Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father God, as we are gathered here this afternoon, allow your Spirit to be with us, strengthen us with the wisdom, and protect us from evil thoughts as we discuss and deliberate and express our opinions with regards to the topic presented. Allow your Holy Spirit also to guide our words, our actions, so that this debate, especially today, would be for your glory, that it will also be a life-giving and empowering experience to all of us. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Good afternoon, everyone. So again, I will act as your moderator for today's debate. But before we go there, allow me to read the amendments in our guidelines. Okay? I am sure the participants and the coaches are aware of this. So to start with, is everybody here? Let me call first, now before I give the amendments in it. Let me call first. Do we have the Daga-Barasan National High School? Very good. Do we have Payao National High School? Alright. Buayahon-Bantay National High School? Coming. Western Visayas Sanitarium Integrated School? Okay. Santa Barbara National Comprehensive High School? Tagsing-Buyo National High School? Coming. And Cadagmayan National High School? Coming. Alright. So everyone is all the participants with the first round are present anyway. This is now the second round of our debate sa Kahanginan. And we have 3 sets. Set A, Western Visayas Integrated School, Western Visayas Sanitarium Integrated School on the negative side, and Payao National High School for the affirmative side. The topic for set A is legalization of abortion in the Philippines. Our set B, our affirmative is Santa Barbara National Comprehensive High School, and our negative is Daga-Barasan National High School. The proposition is gender-specific restroom policy should be implemented. And set C, Tagsing-Buyo National High School for the affirmative side, and Cadagmayan National High School for the negative side, with the proposition K-12 system in the Philippines should be abolished. Now, we will acknowledge our judges for this event. We have former SB member, Demi Suelo Octaviano. Let's give him a round of applause. We have Action, media practitioner, Action Freudan Cedric Anona. And as our chief judge, we have Attorney Agnes Sornieta. Thank you. We would like to remind everyone that this debate sa Kahanginan is already the second round because we have concluded the first round with 3 competing sets last November 15, 2023. So this is a program brought to you by the local government unit of the municipality of Santa Barbara, headed by our municipal mayor, Honorable Dennis Rafael, our Vice Mayor Isabelo Makino, the Sangguniang Bayan, especially the Committee on Education chaired by Honorable Christine Delgado Robles. So I will serve as your moderator, yours truly, also an SB member, Attorney Portia Makino. And this is also brought to you in part by 106.7 DYIS FM. This is our local radio station. And as per ordinance, this is Radio Kaliwayan. Then we welcome the schools, the teachers, the coaches the learners, participants, and of course the parents who are here this afternoon. So thank you and good luck, participants, as we proceed with round 2 of our debate sa kahanginan. So again, as I have said a while ago, we have amendments in the guidelines of our debate. This is found in number 8. Delivery of constructive speeches must not exceed 3 minutes and rebuttal speeches must not exceed 5 minutes. So may I ask from the participants if you are aware of this? Okay, good. And number 9, each debater is given a maximum of 3 minutes to interpolate or cross-examine the opposing speakers. So understood, participants? Okay, thank you. So without further ado, we bring you set A of round 2 of our debate sa kahanginan. For the affirmative side, kindly stand. Affirmative. This is Payao National High School. Let's give them a round of applause. And for the negative side, please stand. This is from Western Visayas Sanitarium Integrated School. Alright. Thank you. Again, the proposition is legalization of abortion in the Philippines. So we start with the affirmative. We have 3 speakers. One to talk on necessity, and another on beneficiality, and another on practicability, and then this will be rebutted upon interpellation by the other side. Alright? Ready? Timer! Is the timer ready? The timer, okay, Sir Elton is raising his left thumbs up. Alright, so you have 3 minutes, Madam Speaker. Your time starts now.
Good afternoon. Abortion is a very controversial topic. We're going to be discussing about why legalizing abortion would be unnecessary in the Philippines. The Philippines, unsafe abortion is common. In the latest data of abortion in the Philippines, there is an estimated 610,000 induced abortions, over 100,000 hospitalizations, and 1,000 deaths of women due to complications related to unsafe abortion every year. Women should not suffer and die from undergoing unsafe abortion and complications it causes. Providing access to legal abortion, which are safe, and ensuring post-abortion care will save a lot of Filipino women's and girls' lives, and will help prevent side effects and disabilities from unsafe abortion complications. Abortion, according to Marian Dictionary, the termination of a pregnancy after, accompanied by, resulting in, or closely followed by the death of embryo or fetus. According to Britannica, abortion is the expulsion of fetus from the uterus before it has reached the state of viability. Ever since the Philippine penal law was set in motion, women undergo and the person who helped assist the abortion will be penalized, even if woman's life is at risk or even the pregnancy was a result of rape or fetal impairment. Even though Philippine laws are open to humane and judgmental, compassionate abortion care, abortion is still highly demonized and is stigmatized, which is why hundreds of thousands of Filipino women, even though dangerous, still risk their lives by unsafe methods of abortion. Therefore, we stand to legalize abortion in the Philippines for this reason: to uphold women's rights to the health and safety of their bodies, for women to be safe from life-threatening situations caused by pregnancy, to justify women and girls who weren't prepared mentally and physically. First, women should have the right to abort if they have complications during pregnancy. For instance, life-threatening situations with a dead fetus, which can be toxic to the woman's body and can harm them, or if the unborn is developing in the wrong place. In such situation, it is also risky for women with heart disease to continue to return. Last August of 2016, a 21-year-old Filipino with dwarfism condition was raped and became pregnant. Due to her situation, the childbirth was risky. She experienced complication and died a day after giving birth. A 10-year-old girl was raped by her own father with the force to carry the pregnancy to term, because even her victims are not expressly allowed by the Philippine law to undergo abortion. Second, women should have the right to abort if they are not mentally or physically prepared for parenthood. This includes handicap people with mental disabilities like Down syndrome and victims of rape. Studies show that Filipino woman or girl is raped every 58 minutes. In a research during 2015, women girls reported they were raped, which was recorded 9,056 by the Philippine National Police. And what is most concerning is that this recorded data only refers to the ones who reported the police. To sum it all up, having access to safe and legal abortion and the affordable post-abortion care after it are fundamental women's rights. Public officials should heed the call of women and their families who are gravely affected by this serious public health issue. We must also uphold the civilized standards in Philippine law, not religious standards, which
Alright, so you have heard the first speaker of the affirmative side who talks about the necessity of abortion if it is legalized in the Philippines. So that was the constructive speech, and we are negative side. Are you ready for interpellation? Ready? So who will conduct the interpellation? Alright, to the rostrum please. The interpellation will be for another 3 minutes because we have experienced last time that we had quite a lengthy constructive speech, lengthy interpellation, lengthy rebuttal, and we ended at 9. So this time, let's welcome the interpellation from the negative side. Ready? Alright. Your time starts now.
Is abortion safe? Abortion is safe if we have expert and under expert, if it is legalized and is done by a licensed professional.
How safe is it was?
Can you please repeat the question?
How safe is abortion?
Abortion is safe because if it is legalized, because if we have the licensed doctors who are undergone the practices and the process of learning how to undergo the abortion.
Is it okay to kill an innocent child?
Are you talking about the unborn or the child that is already out from the womb? Unborn. So, if you're talking about the embryo or the fetus, it does not define as a legal person because under the Article of 41 of the Civil Code, a fetus must be born alive, completely delivered from the mother's womb to be considered a person endowed with legal personality. Can I repeat?
Right.
I don't have any more questions.
So we have concluded the interpellation of the speaker on necessity of the affirmative side. We will now hear the constructive speech of the negative side. So you have 3 minutes and your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed panel and fellow participants, today I stand before you to present the perspective that legalizing abortion in the Philippines is not a necessity. While acknowledging the complexities of this issue, I will delve into an aspect that maintaining the current stance aligns with our cultural values, illegal considerations, and alternative measures to address reproductive health. First and foremost, The cultural and religious history of the Philippines is deeply rooted with the sanctity of life. Our values have been shaped by a profound respect for the unborn, and the legalizing abortion can be perceived as departure from these great principles. Preserving the cultural fabric that has defined us for generation is paramount. It is essential to acknowledge and respect of cultural foundation upon which our society stands. Furthermore, ethical consideration weighs heavily in the debate against the necessity of legalizing abortions. Questions surrounding the value of life, morality, and the potential societal consequences of such a shift must be carefully examined. The ethical implication extends beyond individual choices to the broader impact on our collective conscience. The potential erosion of ethical norms is a concern that warrants thoughtful considerations. While proponents argue for legalizing abortion as a means to empower women, we must not overlook alternative measures that can address reproductive health without resorting to such drastic steps. Comprehensive sex education programs, increase access to contraceptions, and improve healthcare service for pregnant women can collectively contribute to reducing unplanned pregnancies. By focusing on preventative measures, we can uphold women's health while respecting cultural values. The potential impact on women's physical and mental health is another crucial consideration. Opponents of legalization argue that redirecting efforts towards improving maternal health care and support service for pregnant women is a more constructive approach. Ensuring that women have the resources and support during challenging circumstances can be a compassionate and effective means of addressing reproductive health without legalization abortion. Moreover, the concern about unintended consequences of miscarriage, legalizing abortion may alter societal perceptions and values, potentially leading to unforeseen moral dilemmas. Maintaining the current stance, opponents argue, upholds a moral and ethical foundation integral to our identity. We must carefully weigh the potential societal shifts that may accompany, such as drastic legislative change. In conclusion, let the call for legalizing abortion.
Thank you. That will include the constructive speech of the first speaker on the negative side. We will now have the interpellation. Affirmative, ready. Negative, ready for interpellation. Alright, so you have 3 minutes on the clock and your time starts now.
You have stated that you disagree on abortion because of religious beliefs. But we have a law about the separation of church and state. So how would that work? You have said that you have disagreed on abortion because of religious beliefs, right? So, since we have the law on separation of church and state, how would that work?
Sorry.
The law on separation of church and state. So, how would it work?
In this country, most of us are Christians and Catholics. So, para sa amon, it's really conservative. Kaya kung i-legalize natin ang abortion dyan sa Pilipinas, it's really difficult na i-access to digyang abortion because ang religious natin is majority kaya natin is Christian.
So you believe that women should be entitled to their rights, right?
Yes.
So, if a woman who is having complications with her pregnancy due to like ectopic pregnancies where you need to really abort the unborn. So What will you need to do? Di ba ang women should have the rights then, so if women may complication or may go sakit siya or like ectopic pregnancy where ang fetus or ang embryo is stuck on like the outside the mattress where you need to take it out. So how will you what will you do?
So it means kung ang hinahanga, kung may medical condition ang babae. So for me, I mean like, pwede man nato kung hindi niya malibor, pwede man nga ipadako nilang lang bata, kasi kung hindi namin kaya malibor, pwede man nato nga
Time's up. So that was the necessity. This time we will talk on the beneficiality of our proposition on legalization of abortion in the Philippines. So from the affirmative side, Payao National High School, who is your second speaker? Okay. And who will conduct the interpellation from the WVSIS? Alright, so ready and listen to the constructive speech. Mr. Speaker, on beneficiality for affirmative side, your time of 3 minutes. Madam, Miss Speaker. Sorry. Miss Speaker. Feeling ko matalibay ko sa Miss Speaker, but I think the proper is Miss Speaker, your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I am the second speaker of Affirmative side. I would like to discuss the benefits of legalizing abortion in the Philippines. It is important to approach this topic with sensitivity and respect for different viewpoints while prioritizing the well-being and rights of women in our society. Here are the benefits and advantages of legalizing the abortion in the Philippines. First, it is beneficial to women's health and safety. One primary advantage of legalizing abortion is improvement of women's health and safety. Currently, in the Philippines, abortion is highly restricted, leading to a significant number of unsafe and clandestine procedures. According to a study conducted by Guttmacher Institute and University of the Philippine Populations Institute, an estimated 1,000 Filipino women die each year due to complications from unsafe abortion. Legalizing abortion would allow for a proper medical supervision, reducing the risk associated with unsafe practices and protecting women's lives. Second, it promotes their reproductive rights and autonomy. Legalizing abortion is crucial for upholding reproductive rights and individual autonomy. Women have the right to make decisions about their own bodies, including whether to continue a pregnancy. Denying access to safe and legal abortion services infringe upon their fundamental rights. The International Federation of Gynecology and Obstetrics, or FIGO, emphasized that access to safe abortion is a human right and an essential component of reproductive health. So legalizing abortion in the Philippines would empower women to exercise their autonomy and ensures that they have control over their own bodies and future. So third is reduce unsafe abortion. Legalizing abortion can lead to a reduction in unsafe abortion. When abortion is still illegal or highly restricted, women often resort to unsafe methods such as self-induced abortions or seeking the help of untrained individuals. These unsafe practices pose significant risk to women's health and can result in complications and even death. In conclusion, legalizing abortion in the Philippines brings numerous benefits, including improved women's health and safety, the protection of reproductive rights and autonomy, and reduction of unsafe abortion. It is essential to approach this topic with empathy, understanding, and commitment to well-being of women in our society. by engaging in open respectful dialogue, can we work towards finding balance around the respect of individual rights while ensuring health and safety of women. And thank you and have a great afternoon for everyone.
Thank you. You ended your speech on time. That was the first speaker for the beneficiality. So, affirmative side. Interpolation from the speaker on beneficiality on the negative side. Alright, 3 minutes, and I think they are ready. Your time starts now.
Are you sure that legalization of abortion is the solution para mag-less ang numbers sa mga naapektuhan sa mental health?
Yes,
If yes, can you give me a data or evidence na mapakita ang totoo na?
yes, if as it is under circumstances of
And the evidence I don't need your
or evidence is according to the research of gender rights na something if under siya sa rape or it says if may mga life threatening amo na siya nga mas makalidos kita sa unsafe unsafe abortions.
How does legalization of abortion in the Philippines contribute to the women's reproductive rights and autonomy? What potential ethical and moral concerns arise the legalization of abortion in the predominantly Catholic country like the Philippines?
You mean about reproductive
In what ways will legalizing abortion in the Philippines help reduce unsafe plant-based produced therapy improving women's health outcomes? And what are the possible society implications of legalizing abortion in terms of cultural and religious values? And how might the legalization of abortion positively impact socio-economic status of women and Philippines providing them the more control over their reproductive choices?
about the social economic.
No.
Ang first mga
How does legalization of abortion in the Philippines contribute to the women's reproductive rights in the country? And what are the potential ethical and moral concerns arise the legalization of abortion in the predominantly Catholic country like the Philippines? And what are the arguments or the against the legalization of abortion based on the belief that we devalue the sanctity of life? How much legalization and
if about the sanctity of life, he said, if that argument of sanctity of life is not address the complexity of defining life begins, it would be the
Alright, time is up. There was a barrage of questions from the negative side. Nakulang ang 3 minutes, no? Lumasadya pa tayo natin some questions, tapos ang answers. Ako I'm also waiting for the answers. Tapos time na. Wala na tatahin mo. So, this time, we will have the constructive speech of the speaker on the negative side on beneficiality.
Legalizing abortion in the Philippines is a complex, divisive issue. In the valid arguments on both sides, here are the reasons often cited by those believing legalizing abortion may not be beneficial for the country. Firstly, embarrassing culture without abortion encourages deeper respect for sanctity of life. This perspective can strengthen the bonds within the families and communities, promoting sense of shared responsibility for well-being of each member. For cultural and religious values, the Philippines has deeply ingrained cultural and religious identity that values and sanctity of life. Many argue that legalized abortion would be contrary to this long-standing belief, potentially causing societal disorder and moral conflicts. Next, ethical consideration. Legalizing abortion raises ethical concerns about the potential devaluation of life. Critics worry such as would shift society norms and values, causing unintended consequences that might negatively impact or from a Filipino society. Women's health and alternatives. Detractors argue that instead of legalization abortion, efforts should be focused on improving maternal health care service and providing support for pregnant women. They contended in practical solution in addressing the root of causes unplanned pregnancies rather than legalizing abortion and react measures. For potential and exploitation, some opponents of legalization express concern the potential exploitation of unscrupulous practices could advantage to vulnerable women in need of reproductive health service. This raises question about the regulation oversight of abortion service. Impact on mental health. Critics argue that legalizing abortion have unintended consequence on women's mental health. The emotional and psychological toll undergoing an abortion with significant and societal repercussion on mental health will be in careful and consideration. For accessible alternatives, advocates against legalization and emphasis importance accessible alternatives such as comprehensive sex education and improved access to interpretation. They argue that measures effectively address reproductive without need for legalization or abortion. And additionally, a society without may contribute to demographic stability, addressing the concerns related to aging population. By valuing and nurturing every life, we create foundation for future force, ensuring the economic vitality of our nation. Furthermore, promoting alternatives to abortion such as comprehensive sex education, accessible family planning service. In conclusion, while the topic of abortion is multifaceted in the deeply personal understanding and potential benefits of society without abortion in the Philippines, encouraged to explore and compassionate the holistic approaches to reproductive health together. Let us.
Alright, time is up. So, that was the constructive speech of the second speaker of the negative side. This time, interpolation by the affirmative side. Ready for interpolation? Both sides, ready? Ready? Alright. 3 minutes starts now.
So you said earlier about sanctity of life, right? So in this slide, I would like to ask, do you believe that the right to life should be absolute and unconditional without any exception or circumstances? Why?
Because according to Article 2, Section 12 also says that the state shall recognize the sanctity of life and school protect the strength and the family such as basic autonomous and social institution.
But it's important to know that concept of right to life can be interpreted differently based on the various factors. It is important to know that concept of the right to life can be interpreted differently based on the various beliefs.
Yes.
So, about naman sa So, in the topic of ectonic pregnancy, how would the situation be saved?
Sorry.
In the topic of ectonic pregnancy, how would the situation be saved? Ectopic. Okay, next question. So, do you agree that illegal abortion can hinder access to proper medical care or counseling?
Yes. I think tungod. Ano na question?
Sige, wait. Do you agree that illegal abortion can hinder access to proper medical and counseling?
Yes, kaya tungod kung mapa-afford kita sa may mga possible kita nga mga complications pa po kung di sakto nga lang yung pag-afford.
So, amo yung point na i-legalize ang abortion. Okay, thank you. And how can the mother bear a child if ang mental health nila is nabuga because of pregnancy kasi malay mo is under sila or sila result sila sa rape. So, how can you bear the child if may mental health ang women nga mental health stable pero sa result sila sa rape.
Do you have a data ang kapakita nga ang pagusong or ang pag-tip sa katawa ang kapos ka mental health or nakapit ang mental health?
So define the legal abortion for rape victims is
you can see how intelligent our pupils, our learners are because in a short span of time, they can ask questions based on what they have heard from the other side, no? Hindi na mahimo sa iba na mamating ka, tapos ma-afraid ka questions, then ikaw naman mahambal, ikaw naman parang butol. So, keep it up, guys, keep it up. Okay, nagkataas ang energy. So, I think we are now sa practicability, right? Okay, so we have the third speaker of the affirmative side to talk on the practicability, whether or not the proposition is practical, no? Whether or not legalization of abortion in the Philippines is practical. So your time for 3 minutes starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. The practicability of legalizing abortion in the Philippines is a complex and sensitive matter that warrants careful consideration. By legalizing abortion, we can address the significant health risks associated with unsafe procedures, providing women with just access to safer medical interventions under regulated conditions. This move would also contribute to designating reproductive health, fostering a more open dialogue, and ensuring that women have the autonomy to make informed choices about their bodies. Moreover, legalizing abortion can help mitigate the socio-economic burden on families, slow down the growth rate of population, and affect on economy, reducing the number of illegal and unsafe abortions, and pragmatism, recognizing the potential benefits of a regulated system that safeguards women's health and rights. We are affirming on the legalization of abortion in the Philippines. Here are the reasons why it is practicable. First, it is practicable in preventing future expenses to support the handicapped child who identified to have a genetic disorder while she or he was in the womb of the mother. For example, babies with TISA develop as expected in the first 3 to 6 months of life, then within months to a few years, they lose the ability to see, hear, and move by the age of 2. Most of that having seizures, unfortunately, children with the condition usually do not live past 5 years. Moreover, this child will spend the rest of his or her life being taken care in the hospital that requires a large sum of money. Given that the majority of the Filipino families are not financially capable, this will only be a socio-economic burden on our families. In the 2021, based on the preliminary results of the Family Income and Expenditure Survey, in 2021, poverty incidence among the population defined as the proportion of the Filipinos whose per capita income cannot be sufficient individuals facing from needs below the poverty threshold, especially those born with identified handicap, then will suffer 4 days after being born and result to more expensive postnatal care, medical needs, and lifelong therapy. 7. Slow down the growth of population and economy. No nation is serious of reducing its growth rate to 1% or less than can expect to do without the widespread of abortion. This observational study, based on experience of 116 of the world's largest countries, support the contention that abortion is essential to any national population growth effort. The principles finding except for a few countries with aging population and very high contraceptive prevalence rates. Developed countries will need to maintain abortion lately generally in the range of 201 to 500 abortions per 1,000 live birth. If they are maintaining growth rates at the level of 1%, the current rate in USA is 426 abortions.
Alright, time is up. So we have heard the negative speech of the speaker of the affirmative side on practicability. This will be opposed by the speaker on the negative side from WVSIS. Ready for interpellation?
Yes.
Ready? Are you ready? Alright. So, ang partner mo yan ko apang kita Filipino. Alright. 3 minutes on the clock starts now.
So, this is your first question. Are you aware na ang abortion is a crime?
I'm not aware.
Why? Why you're not aware?
Abortion is, hindi mo siya makumit na crime if mother and child ang gagawin. For example, how about kung may disease, ang fetus, kung defected siya, or may na-detect na may masakit siya, kag may possibility na maka-poison sa lawas ka mother, paano mong magawa?
Ako ang maasang question, hindi ka. Ako ang maasang question.
Okay, that is my answer. Sorry na.
How could the availability of legal abortion services positively impact the economic well-being of individuals and families by allowing them to make informed choices about the family planning?
Because some is hindi sila ready kaya abot o given na na-rape sila. The iba nang na-rape is mga poor. How can poor people can sustain the food and non-food kang necessity sa bata na kung may future planning mo na, paano mo sila buli ng mga bata?
What positive impact might the availability of legal abortion services have on the mental and emotional health of individuals facing unplanned pregnancies, providing them with a legal and safe option?
Yes.
How might the legalization of abortion enhance access to reproductive health services, particularly benefiting individuals in rural or underserved areas?
Because kung mag-abortion ka, may mga side effects na kapilit ko unsafe. Sa unsafe abortion is mga cause kasi mahina sa lawas, ang mga markas maguba, kag may tense na mapatay ka. Ang gani, na i-legalize na niya ang abortion in order pwede na magtaas sa mga cases na while the Philippines is waiting to legalize abortion.
I need your explanation, not your questions.
That is my answer. It is not my question.
Answer lang.
This is my answer.
Another question is, what is the assurance na mas mapangayan ang gin-rape after niya magpa-abort?
Siyempre, mag-assurance sa kaya hindi siya mapanundong lang na ang bata na kung isa sa na-rape sila. How about? Given an example, if a mother know that ang bata yan is rape, ang nakinimo lang sa rape or incident, kung paano yan ang mabakon, kung di man lang nagdibang yung mental state, kada makita yung bata, makita yun ako sila rape siya, pagduduman niya.
Alright, ayun ka. Thank you. At this time, we'll give the floor to the speaker on the negative side. Ready? 5 starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. We believe in our team that legalizing abortion in the Philippines is not practical. Here are reasons. First, possible increase in active abortions. Legalizing abortion does not guarantee the elimination of unsafe, clandestine procedures. It might be inadvertently lead to an increase in unregulated practices, especially if the necessary oversight and facility are not in place. Second, potential for healthcare system strain. Legalizing abortion may place a strain on the healthcare system, ensuring safe and regulated abortion procedures. Third, access to safe services, ensuring access to safe abortions faces to practical challenges. Rural areas, in particular, may face difficulties in providing adequate and regulated services, potentially leading to uneven healthcare accessibility. Fourth, legal and regulatory challenges. Introducing a legislation for the legalization of abortion requires a comprehensive legal and regulatory framework and questions practically of crafting and implementing such a laws effectively given the complex and sensitive nature of the issue. Fifth, lack of comprehensive sex education. Addressing the root causes of untold pregnancies through the comprehensive sex education improve access to contraception is a more practical approach. Legalizing abortion might be viewed as a reactive measure rather than a proactive solution. Therefore, legalizing abortion is a highly not practically. Mr. Moderator, I am ready for your question.
Alright, my question.
Okay, we will reset the clock because the speaker was able to finish before her time. Alright, interpolation for 3 minutes. Time starts. Ready? Time starts now.
And my first question is, kung hindi kapag illegalize ang abortion, what is another way to be, para ma-clear na mga safe nga po yung mga women kung gusto na ipa-abort ng baby? Ang fetus, I mean fetus.
Again, bro?
Kung hindi kapag illegalize ang abortion, ano ang pwedeng alternative solution kaysa sa abortion na maibukat pag nasa ato nga law na mai-approve ka sa mga women para ma-assure na ma-save sila kung hindi sila mag-abort. Ako gusto na
One of the help rape victims process adoption if they don't want to raise the baby. Next question.
Can you give us fiscal record na dapat kami na-adoptin sa mga sa mga rape victim ng ilang bata?
Kasanayan Buhay Foundation. That's one of the NGO help the rape victim process adoption if they don't want to raise the baby. Kasanayan Buhay Foundation.
Di ako po naman, di ba ang sa yung kasanayan function is ang abal, di ba na naging-aadapt ang baby?
Yes.
May records ka, may nabalaan ka man din. Well, tingin mo, may nag-kaubot, may nang sila kabalo, may nag-abort man niya. Di ba dapat nga, di ba, what about may iba, abort lang nila?
And your question?
My question to you is, how can you be assured na tanan ng mga bata sa rape victims is pinapa-adopt nila?
It's because they poor. According kay hambal ninyo, poor ang iban. Ang kalmanan niya nagabusong is poor. So, kung hindi nila lang kaya nga patakoon ng bata, kung pwede nila ibutang sa foundation, kung ito mas better na mabuligan, kumbaga, bisang salaman na lang nagtabo sa iya, or that's ang kumbaga nagtako ang bata, masasala ka pamaagi. Pero maputang nila sa insyakto nga, kung in-rape ang isang tao, kumbaga ma-insyakto na ang right nga hinok sa baby.
Kaya ba, kang isa pagin ka rason, ang mga orphanage na isbuta na, wala na gawami ka, wala na gawami ka food point na pala gawami ka atag sila sa ilang mga kwarta ng resources na parang sabi pa sa iba, buta na sila. I mean, ang question na nga ba yung question is, ang nagbatag ng orphanage na is buta na daw, hindi sila ka-accept si mga orphan pa, hindi may kapaiban nga
Ako rin gani, ang Kasanayan Buhay Foundation.
Ikaw kayo ma-sure na madami ka pa dapat sa mga
Thank you, speaker. So, teams, you will huddle with each other. This is now your preparation for rebuttal, okay? Diba? You have 5 minutes to prepare. It will serve as your break. And for you to discuss. Sino rebuttal speaker? Affirmative? Rebuttal speaker, ready ka? Negative, rebuttal speaker, alright. But we have a break of 5 minutes. So, may I ask the timer to put on the clock now 5 minutes and it starts now. Alright. So, please use the time to discuss. Especially ang rebuttal speaker, you use the time to formalize your speech. Make sure na ang inyong speeches good for another 5 minutes. I hope ma-conclude ang speeches within 5 minutes. Kaya kalungkot kung hindi ma-conclude. Okay. So do not mind me. Just huddle among yourselves. Kaya ako nariyan ang istorya lang to consume the 5 minutes. No? Again, thank you sa atin yung mga judges. This is already an effort on your part to be here. We are taking much of your time, and so thank you for supporting this program. Si former SB member Dennis Suelo Octaviano, si Action Royal Cedric Anonia, and si Attorney Agnes Sormieda. And also, siyempre, compute man siya mo sa Indoy ang judging. So, thank you ma'am. I think nag-alabot na dili ang mga learners, participants from Tagsing-Buyo, from, ano ba ito ganyan iba nga nag-abot o ihilan? Ano nga school ka mo? Cadagmayan, no? So, Cadagmayan National High School. Ito ba isa pag-give ng coming kaina? I am sure ba sila nakaabot na din na. So, for the information of everyone again, ng ating affirmative side, these are participants or learners from Payao National High School. And from the negative side, from Western Visayas Sanitarium Integrated School. And the proposition is legalization of abortion in the Philippines. So you have heard the speakers talk on the necessity, the beneficiality, and the practicability of the proposition, and you heard also the negative side talk negatively or against it. Okay. So sige, wala pa matapos ang time, tunga-tunga pa lang. It is good na ginagin siya gawin change ang rules natin, naging tagaan ang mga participants sa 5 minutes to prepare the rebuttal speech. To the organizers, are they allowed to meet with their coaches? No. They're not allowed to meet with the coaches within the break in preparation for rebuttal. I hope you are not hungry. I hope you have eaten your lunch. Ako wala ko kapamama, wala ko kapanyaga, wala man ko ganiwang. So, kumpleto man diri, may tubig, may candies, may tinapay. Okay, so goods na goods. Right, in the meantime, you have your snacks being served. Balay sang amo, from, ano yung House of Monkeys? Balay sang amo. Okay, the speakers, karoon na naman yung mga house speakers, and participants. Anyway, we also give credit not only to the speakers, but also to the researchers, no? Kasi syempre, ang researchers natin, kasam nagapangasika, take down man sila sa notes, kag nagahatag sila sa possible questions or possible answers sa ilang mga teammates, no? Kaya kung ikaw ang speaker, alam ka sa tunga, kapamati ka, yung kanisa rin mamis ikaw, o nalipatan ikaw, or syempre, tao lang, may gamay pa na attention during the debate. So, I think this is a good avenue for the pupils or the students to develop their speaking skills, communication skills, argumentation skills. No? We have 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Time is up. Rebuttal speakers, are you ready? I think we will call on to the restroom the speaker of the affirmative side to deliver her 5-minute rebuttal speech. Let's give a round of applause for the Payao National High School. Ay, sorry. Ating negative, no? Well, sorry, okay. Let's give a round of applause to the speaker of the negative side to give his rebuttal speech. For 5 minutes, your time starts.
Hello.
Now.
I stand before you to present a rebuttal to the proposition of legalizing abortion in the negative side. First and foremost, legalizing abortion may have serious consequences in both the physical and mental well-being of women. Though the positive side is believed that legalizing abortion will provide women with a safer option to terminate their pregnancies. It's actually not the case, as there are physical implications in abortion that may happen, such as infection, hemorrhage, and damage to the reproduction system. So instead of actually curing the problem, it may make it worse. Abortion does not really solve the causes that lead women to abort their unborn child. The main problem is the women's poor healthcare system. It is what leads to the lack of access in contraception and practices to prevent unwanted pregnancies. And there are also alternatives, just in case you don't know. Instead of going with abortion, you can also go with adoption, instilling moral values, family guidance, sex education, and tighten the police protection. Rather than going for a band-aid solution, why don't we redirect ourselves to solutions that are less dangerous and will not compromise our moral and religious aspects? In conclusion, legalizing abortion will not really make it more affordable to pregnant women who especially have financial problems. The PH healthcare system does not really promise that by legalizing abortion, it will make it more accessible to women who are facing problems. And with that, I would also like to point out that the first speaker of the positive side speaks a bit too fast, and her constructive speech is almost unclear to our side and may also be the case for our audiences. So with that all being said, I would like to conclude my rebuttal speech.
Thank you. So this time, the rebuttal speech of the speaker from the affirmative side. 5 minutes. And your time starts now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Abortion is the termination of a pregnancy resulting in the removal or expulsion of the embryo or fetus from the uterus. It can be done voluntarily or for medical reasons, and the methods vary depending on the gestational age. Today, I am going to present our stance of abortion, and I oppose the proposition that abortion should be legalized. In this, why should abortion be legalizing? A few reasons why abortion should be legal, including women's right to choose, safety and regulation, the reduction of unwanted pregnancies, preventing children from being born into unsafe environments, and reducing stigma and shame. Women have the right to make their own choices about their bodies, and buying abortion put women's health and safety at risk. Firstly, women have the right to make their own decisions or choices about their bodies. This includes the right to choose whether or not to have a child. By making aborting illegal, we are denying women this human right. Women should have the ability to make choices about their own lives, including having an abortion if they so choose. Secondly, banning abortion does not stop it from happening. When abortion is illegal, it is often done in unsafe and unsanitary conditions, leading to health complications and even death. Legalizing abortion would help to ensure that it is done in a safe and regulated environment, reducing the risk of complications. Thirdly, legalizing abortions can reduce the number of unwanted pregnancies. This is because women who have access to safe and legal abortion are more likely to use contraceptions to prevent future unwanted pregnancies. Additionally, by providing access to the education about contraception and family planning, we can help reduce the number of unwanted pregnancy and the need for abortion. Fourthly, legalizing abortion can help reduce the number of children born into poverty or abusive households. Women who are unable to care for a child may choose to have an abortion rather than bring a child into an environment that is not safe or stable. By allowing women to make this choice, we can help prevent children from being born into situations where they may not receive the care and support they need. Legalizing abortion can help reduce the stigma and shame surrounding the topic. Women who have had abortions often face discrimination and judgment from others, which can lead to feelings of shame and isolation. By legalizing abortion, we can now reduce the stigma and create a more supportive and accepting environment for women who have made this choice. The first speaker stated about legalizing abortion because of tradition, which is policy. A policy about argumentum or the argument to equity or tradition. And then the second speaker also said about the policy, which is directed to the person. She used 2 times the word for or as. Then, according to Arcan Colonial Penal Law on abortion, at the time the law was adopted, the Filipino woman didn't even have the right to vote. The Philippine Constitution and the state shall equally protect the life of the mother and the life of the unborn from conception. Although the provision equally protects the life of the mother and the unborn from conception, the Philippine Constitution does not explicitly prohibit abortion. In conclusion, however, the reasons why abortion should be legal are compelling and numerous. By legalizing abortion, we can ensure that women have access to safe and regulated procedures, reducing the risk of complications and even death. Additionally, women should have the right to make choices about their own bodies, which includes the right to choose whether or not to have a child. Legalizing abortion can also help reduce the number of unwanted pregnancies and prevent children from being born into unsafe or unstable environment. Finally, reducing the stigma and shame surrounding the topic can create more supportive and accepting environment for women who have made this choice. Ultimately, it is important to prioritize women's health, safety, and autonomy in deciding whether abortion should be legal. By doing so, we can ensure that women are empowered to make decisions about their own bodies and lives. That was the all. Thank you.
Alright? So that concludes the step A of our debate. No? Let's give everyone a round of applause. I would like the affirmative speakers and researchers to stand and take a bow as you leave your side of the table. Stay the line. Alright, and bow. Thank you. And also the negative side. Triangle lecture. And the negative side also. And bow. Thank you. So we will give around 5 minutes naman for the next step to prepare. Alright. Thank you, participants. This time we will have our step B. Team number 5. That is the Bayan National Comprehensive High School for the affirmative side. And team number 1 from the Daga-Barasan National High School on the negative side. The proposition is gender-specific restroom policy should be implemented. So participants, debaters, researchers, kindly take your side. Kindly, you may sit down if you... Alright, you take your seats, settle down as you prepare.
My best luck, everything.
Dali lang may pwede ka mo kapili. Kung gusto nyo kaktan, ang may stand, kung walang adaan, i-on nyo lang ran. Kahit binutangan ka mo naman, para nga, kung karindera ka mo lang mamaglayan. So, pwede nyo rin ang magamit na may stand na may.
My best 1, 2, 3, my best 1, 2, 3.
One test, 1, 2, 3.
Test, one test.
Alright, tapos na lang sa ating break. We're back. SBNCHS, ready? Daga-Barasan National High School, ready? Okay. So, we will start with the first speaker of the affirmative side. Yes, our judges pa. Okay. Excited kita, pero wala galing kita sa judges. So, let's wait for a while. So, the proposition is gender-specific restroom policy should be implemented. Ready na, judges? Start with that. Alright. So, first speaker, your time of 3 minutes starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are the affirmative side of the proposition gender-specific restrooms policy should be implemented. First, some terms to be defined. Gender, the male sex or the female sex, especially when considered with reference to social and cultural differences rather than biological ones, or one or range of other identities that do not correspond to established ideas of male and female. Gender-specific restrooms, restrooms with the assigned labels being for males and for females respectively. The parameters limit the discussion within the public restrooms of the Philippines. Firstly, hygiene is the utmost concern in this discussion. Discrepancies in the hygiene levels between the male and female sexes has been observed in public restrooms. Due to the nature at which men use the facilities in the restrooms, hygiene is often disregarded in comparison to women. Problems such as unflushed toilets, muddy floors, and seats arise in men's bathrooms. In a study done by the London School of Hygiene and Tropical Medicine, swab samples from 24 female and male bathroom doors in the London office were taken by using a handheld device which uses light to measure the presence of microbes. The same method shows the average toilet seat has a microbial reading of 220. Microbial activity on the inside door of handles of the male washrooms saw an average reading of 1,085 compared to the activity reading of just 188 from the inside of the female washroom door handles. Segregated restrooms as a remedy to this problem alleviates this. By quarantining the health risks, it can easily be contained. Secondly, the nature of restrooms being used for such private activities can give way to anxiety and stress. People are already conscious of using public restrooms, especially in context of women's menstrual activities, such as the application of menstrual pads. These kinds of cases should provide the utmost comfort. According to a study and survey done by the Sunday Times, it is observed that schoolgirls reported experiencing a lack of privacy and embarrassment when school toilets were not gender segregated. Lastly, in relation to when asked point for context, the Humboldt organization reported that approximately 91% of sexual assault victims are female, the other percent being male. Now, with these statistics in consideration, the Sunday Times reported in a study that over 90% of the reported complaints regarding changing room sexual assaults, voyeurism, and harassment are about the incidents specifically in unisex facilities. Providing segregated restrooms can become a much-needed barrier in helping to prevent restroom-related sexual assault. Our safety and comfort should be the utmost concern rather than the name of inclusivity. Thank you.
Alright, very good. It was on time, no? Delivered on time. On the interpolation from the negative side. Ready for interpolation, Mr. Speaker? Ready? Ready? Alright. For interpolation from the negative side, your time starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. You said about hygiene based on your restroom. Are you sure na tanan yung nagamit na restroom na inyuan? Paano?
It specifically says in my studies here that the men restrooms are dirtier than the females, which is why we should separate male and female.
Then, what factors influence the decision to implement gender-specific restroom policies?
I already stated it in my speech here. I said that it is for hygiene, it is for safety, and it is for comfort, and especially for the comfort and safety of women.
Do you agree for both gender to be equal? Then why do you need to agree on gender-specific restroom if both genders you said are equal?
I never said that. I only said that restrooms should be separated so that it can provide the most comfort and safety for all.
What considerations have been given the potential impact on the well-being and comfort of transgender and non-binary individuals?
We are talking about male and female restrooms.
Our titles about genders, not sex, about male and female.
Can you repeat that?
What considerations have been given to the potential impact on the well-being and comfort of transgender and non-binary individuals?
Actually, we have the other solution to that being that trans people can use the PWD as they can acquire a PWD ID in a in the qualification that is stated in a law.
How does the policy adapt to accommodate individuals who may not conform to the traditional gender norms?
I stated already, the trans people that use the PWD.
Have there been collaborations with relevant advocacy groups or experts in gender inclusivity during policy development process?
Excuse me, could you repeat that?
Have there been collaborations with relevant advocacy groups or experts in gender inclusivity during policy development process?
Not that I know of.
Is there relevant advocacy groups or experts na nagsulab sa mga gusto lumating sa policy development?
Thanks, sir.
Alright? So we will now listen to the constructive speech of the first speaker in the negative side. Ready? Alright, your time starts now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we are here to weigh whether or not policy implementing gender-specific restroom are necessary. Our side believes that it is not necessary to implement a policy regarding gender-specific restroom, as we believe in fairness and no discrimination. This is achieved by having a gender-neutral restroom. Why? First is, gender-neutral restroom promote inclusivity and a welcoming environment for everyone with restroom needs. This acknowledges and respects the diversity of gender expression, including non-binary, genderqueer, or transgender access to restroom facilities comfortably. For example, is gender neutral, hindi ka na mapaya mag-enter in your restroom na comfortable ka because of having a neutral restroom we promote. Second is compliance with anti-discrimination law. The law emphasizes equal treatment for all individuals regardless of gender identity. The intention is to promote fairness, prevent prejudice, and protect individuals from discrimination. For example, this is about compliance with anti-discrimination law. Dito makita ang natawag na fairness, pantay-pantay sa tanan na wala sa pagkakahulya sa atin si katao. For example, ma-restroom sila restroom, na gusto nila respect natin sila nga wala sa pagpambuli o nga magatian. Then, flexibility, this is for individuals who are confused about their gender. Having a gender neutral allows individuals to use a facility that aligns with their gender identity. For example, number 3, what I said. For example, confused ka pa sa gender mo kung ano ka pala. Kasi syempre, need mo mag-restroom or magamit sa CR kung di ka gusto nga comfortable na CR. Para sa imo, need mo mag-CR sa flexible na CR nga wala sa tao mag-bully sa imo pag kadawat ka. And then, reduce stigma, having a gender-neutral restroom foster a more understanding and supportive community, especially for non-binary or transgender individuals. Reduce stigma, for example, be a transgender ka transgender ka nga babae ka, gusto lang ka sa CR restroom, pure na babae, kung hindi mo nakawan na i-degrade ka, pag-discriminate ka, or i-chismis ikaw or pati-patian sa mga malain ng mga tinaga, sa mga sabay mo nga nag-restroom, na mga babae, syempre mo yan ka pag ina-discriminate ka, na-chismis ka nila. And then, social progress. Adopting gender-neutral restroom contributes open-mindedness and also recognizes social process.
Time is up. It appears na natin na speakers subong mga polished na gid sila no, compared sa to previous debate nato. Polished, kalma, ang ating mga researchers na organized na sila. They have learned, I think, from their previous experience. So this time, interpretation from the affirmative side for 3 minutes, and the time starts now.
We believe in fairness, but what about the people who would rather have segregated restrooms for safety?
Yes, I do. Yes, na may fairness, muna nga equal dapat tanan. Dapat na dito kailangan patindog ka mga lain-lain na restroom. Kaya siyempre, para ikawan ng discrimination, ikawan ang privacy, or patindigan natin ang equal na pagdating na tungkol sa atin sa Pilipinas. Ang mga tao kapag puro chismis, puro discrimination sa isang tao.
But how can we ensure that trans people are not discriminated in the bathrooms themselves? Because men and women can still enter the bathrooms.
Muna nga nila neutral restroom kita. Neutral lang para wala sa discrimination kag mga gender specific. Ang mga nag-transgender, pwede sila kasi wala sa pagbully, wala discrimination.
But are trans people discriminated upon because of their gender that they have chosen, not because of the bathroom they have chosen?
For example, ganit mo na. Kung nakamakilala ng neutral lang, for example, na CR ka dito, sa babae, abi puno-puno na dito ang CR sa babae. Siyempre kay, paran, for example, may manghihit na doon ng CR ka doon, mahulat ka pa to sa natindugan mo to, huli mo to sa laki sa CR ka.
Can you repeat that?
What I said, hambal ko, ang sabi ng hambal mo, pwede mo sa mga CR, for example, babae, ikaw, ang buka-buka sa CR sa babae, siyempre pwede magsulat para equal or may neutral kita ng restroom, pwede sa CR sa piyak.
What do you say about the study that they have here that it says that 90% of the reported complaints of sexual assault are in unisex facilities?
Ang mga ganyan what you said?
Unisex.
Unisex facilities ang bal mo, ang mga ganyan na pinaglan nga equal sa subong diri sa Pilipinas, kaya mga tao subong diri ang mahilig mag-discriminate, mag-degrade sa kung makita ng daman dito na gusto nga may arap na mga sa or not transgender and gender specific.
In the passage that you said that you cited the anti-discrimination bill, but it doesn't actually include bathrooms. It only includes acts of discrimination, that facilities.
Yes, muna pwede nga para malikawan natin ng anti-discrimination muna namin. Anti-discrimination para mawala sa mga malain silang batian, wala sila malain na pagbuli ito na ang restroom or may neutral para fair sa tanan, wala isang malain na makabatian sila privacy.
So why did you cite the bill if the bill did not include bathrooms themselves?
What is it?
Why did you cite the bill if the bill did not include bathrooms in the anti-discrimination?
Why do I come about
The anti-discrimination bill that you cited.
Time is up. So, ang gusto na ang partiman na kung wala ang beer na to. Ang mga judges na yung makadumidum sila. Sige, this time, the second speaker of the affirmative side to talk about the beneficiality of the proposition. 3 minutes on the clock and the time starts now.
A pleasant afternoon, everyone. I am here to speak about the benefits of a gender-specific restroom policy. Privacy and personal comfort are paramount in restroom facilities. Gender-specific restrooms provide a more intimate and secure environment, addressing concerns related to personal space and dignity. This can be particularly important for individuals who may feel vulnerable or uncomfortable in shared spaces. The design of facilities can be tailored to accommodate the specific needs of each gender. For example, women's restrooms can include features like diaper changing stations and disposal units, recognizing the unique biological aspects of childbirth and childcare. Gender-specific restrooms allow for these considerations without compromising convenience. First, privacy and comfort. Gender-specific comfort rooms provide users with a more private and comfortable space tailored to their specific needs. This can be especially important for personal care activities and can contribute to a sense of security and well-being. Second, safety concerns. In certain situations, gender-specific restrooms can address safety concerns. Some individuals may feel more secure and less vulnerable in spaces designated for their gender, reducing the risk of harassment or discomfort. Third, accommodating biological differences. Men and women may have different biological needs, such as mental care for women. Gender-specific restrooms can include facilities and amenities that cater to the specific needs, ensuring a more accommodating and convenient experience. Fourth, parental convenience. Women's restrooms often include diaper changing stations, acknowledging the caregiver responsibility that many women bear. This can be more convenient for parents and caregivers, contributing to a family-friendly environment. Fifth, resource efficiency. Designing a restroom to meet the specific needs of one gender can lead to more efficient resource allocation. This includes space planning, maintenance, and the installation of activities that cater to the predominant resource of each restroom. In conclusion, advocating for gender-specific comfort groups is about recognizing and respecting the specific needs of individuals. It's a practical approach that promotes privacy and comfort, catering to the well-being of restroom users by maintaining certain facilities for two genders, aligning with societal norms and expectations, and utilizing the existing infrastructures supports the implementation of gender-specific restrooms without the need of extensive modification. The restrooms in general is perceived as an intimate space which shall be treated with utmost privacy if not personalization, and I hereby render myself further questioning.
Alright, no? So, nansyado ang oras sa ato na speaker. This time in revelation from the negative side. Ready?
Good day. How does implementing gender-specific restroom policies align with the principles of inclusivity and diversity? The Miss Speaker, speaking of gender, what we are trying to say is gender neutral is what we're trying to propose. Since you are negative side, you need to propose an alternative word. So gender neutral restroom will actually increase the risk of sexual harassment rather than discrimination, and given by the fact that sexual harassment has a deeper impact in the society than discrimination itself. And Miss Speaker, putting both genders in one restrooms wouldn't be that uncomfortable for each other. Imagine, Miss Speaker, you are using a restroom with your opposite gender. You're outside, you are a female, using a closed cubicle, and you are a male, using a urinals. Would you be comfortable if you are a female going out and seeing a male peeing outside? How about transgender not using the female bathroom if, for example, they're fully transfers na ang genitals na naging side din islanded, they feel na mas safe sa female restroom din. Actually, the person should use the restroom with the gender assigned to them by birth. If you have the natural genital of a male, then you should use the male restrooms. And the same applies to female. The effect of a genital surgery only applies to the physical aspect of the sexual organ, but it does not alter the biological process.
So, if unfair man ka natin na i-segregate ang trans women kag ang ibang gender, di ba?
Isn't that separating them is also one of the forms of discrimination?
Yes.
What is your question, Ms. Speaker?
I'll proceed to the next question. Have there been discussion about professional impact of gender-specific restroom policies on transgender and non-binary individuals?
Ms. Speaker, we actually have the Soji Bill. Are you aware of the Soji Bill, Ms. Speaker? Actually, in 13th Congress, in Senate Bill 165, the Soji Bill is called Employment Non-Discrimination Bill of 2004. In 14th Congress, it is called the Anti-Gender Discrimination Bill. In 15th Congress, Anti-Sexual Orientation Discrimination Bill. In 16th Congress, Anti-Discrimination Bill. And the Soji Bill first started at the 17th Congress. Until now, in 19th Congress, the Soji Bill is still a bill. And there is no such law that there's no such law that states that every establishment shall have a gender neutral restroom. And according to the national code, according to employment.gov, our national code do not specify a certain gender neutral restroom for public places. It states the total number of required toilets fixture for 3 types of restroom: the male and the female. In addition to that, the minimum number of accessible toilets for different injured people is followed.
Time's up. Thank you. This time we will have the constructive speech of the speaker from the negative side. Alright, and your 3 minutes starts now.
Good day, everyone. I stand before you today to deliver my speech about the beneficiality of negative side. We strongly oppose having specific gender restroom policy because having specific gender restroom policy is a form of discrimination and inequality for the member of LGBTQIA community. Rather, who want to implement a gender-neutral restroom. Gender-neutral restroom, or inclusive sometimes referred to as a gender-neutral restroom, are typically a single-stall lockable restroom available to people of all genders and sexes. Gender-neutral restrooms are not new concept. Quezon City already has a gender fair ordinance in place since 2014, which mandates establishments to have designated gender-neutral toilets. Other public areas have also followed suit, such as Paranaque Integrated Terminal Exchange in several airports nationwide. And a couple of universities like the Ateneo de Manila have a gender-neutral restroom. The benefit of gender-neutral restroom is everyone can use the restroom regardless of their gender. One of the great things about gender-neutral restrooms is parents and guardians with children and persons with disability or PWD of a different gender can now accompany them to keep an eye much more easily. Having gender-neutral restrooms can potentially decrease the stigma associated with using gender-specific facilities. By eliminating gender-specific designations,
may create a safe space where individuals of all gender identities can feel safe and comfortable. This is particularly important for transgender and non-binary individuals who often face discrimination and discomfort when using gendered facilities, providing gender-neutral sense of belonging for everyone. And gender-neutral restrooms, sends a powerful message of acceptance and support, fostering a sense of belonging for everyone. Moreover, gender-neutral restrooms contribute to the overall safety of and well-being of individuals. In traditional gender restrooms, there is a higher risk of harassment and assault incidents to occur, creating assaults. By removing gender-specific designations, we reduce the potential for these incidents to occur, creating a safer environment for all. Everyone deserves the right to use a restroom without fear or anxiety, regardless of their gender identity.
Alright, thank you. Are you ready for interpellation now? Alright, the speaker from the affirmative side, ready also? Ready? 3 minutes on the clock. Time starts now.
Ms. Speaker, are gender-neutral comfort rooms legal? Yes, because there are ordinance placed since 2014 which mandates establishments to have designated gender-neutral toilets. If your answer is yes, on what premise that establishing a gender-neutral restroom is legal? Please repeat. On what premise that establishing a gender-neutral restroom is legal?
This became legal because for
Ms. Moderator, I would like to proceed to the next question. Based on science, if you have an X and X chromosomes, you are a female. And if you have an X and Y chromosomes, you are a male. With this, do you agree that a gender-neutral restroom is an exercise in futility, since you already have an existing restrooms for male and female?
Please repeat.
Based on science, if you have an X and X chromosomes, you are a female. And if you have an X and Y chromosomes, you are a male. With this, do you agree that a gender-neutral restroom is an exercise in futility, since you already have an existing restrooms for male and female?
No.
How can you ensure the privacy and safety of individuals in gender-neutral restrooms?
I can ensure the privacy because there's a lot of people inside the restroom to use. Hindi man nga tanan nga tao. Hindi man sa tanan nga oras iharas ka pag magamit ka ng gender-neutral restroom.
Ms. Speaker, since all genders are welcome inside of a gender-neutral restroom, does gender-neutral restrooms decreases the risk of sexual harassment?
Yes.
In what way? Since both genders can enter inside of a gender-neutral restroom, does it not increase the risk of sexual harassment rather than to decrease?
Respect.
Do you feel comfortable sharing a restroom with the opposite gender while doing your personal necessities?
Yes, because there's a cubicle man balagi mo sila halo mo ng CR kung magamit ka.
But Ms. Speaker, in the male restrooms, you can have a first cubicle. Is urinal, Ms. Speaker? And then, how big is the impact of this problem in our society?
Please repeat.
How big is the impact of this problem in our society?
Alright, time is up. Okay, it's time to speak on the practicability of the proposition from the affirmative side. Mr. Speaker, you have 3 minutes and your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, today I specifically want to address the practicability of implementing gender-neutral bathrooms in the Philippines. While there is a growing push for gender-neutral facilities, arguing that they promote inclusivity and equality, we must also consider the practical implications of such a shift. especially in a country like ours. First and foremost, let us recognize the importance of privacy and personal comfort in public spaces. According to Daga-Barasan et al. 2021, gender-specific bathrooms have long been established to ensure privacy and comfort for individuals. Implementing gender-neutral bathrooms may unintentionally compromise these essential elements, potentially making people feel uncomfortable or vulnerable. It is essential to recognize that there are situations where a person's safety could be compromised if they are forced to use a gender-neutral facility. Furthermore, our cultural and societal norms play a crucial role in shaping our views on privacy. The introduction of gender-neutral bathrooms may face resistance from communities and individuals who have conservative beliefs. It is vital to consider and respect these cultural sensitivities to maintain social harmony. Additionally, from a practical standpoint, retrofitting existing facilities to accommodate gender-neutral bathrooms can be costly and a resource-intensive endeavor. According to a study by the Philippine Department of Public Works and Highways, the cost is approximately 35,000 pesos to renovate a restroom that can only accommodate one person at a time. Every public bathroom, imagine doing this in every public bathroom in the Philippines. While our country faces various challenges and priorities, such as infrastructure development, education, and healthcare, which demand significant attention and resources. Allocating resources to implement gender-neutral bathrooms may divert attention from these critical needs.
Last one.
In conclusion, while the call for gender-neutral bathrooms is rooted in admirable principles of inclusivity and equality, it is crucial to carefully consider the practical implications of the context of the Philippines. Balancing the need for inclusivity with the preservation of privacy, cultural values, and the efficient allocation of the budget is essential. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Speaker. So, from the negative side, who will conduct the interpellation? Alright, ready, Miss? Ready? Your 3 minutes starts now.
In what ways might gender-specific restrooms address privacy concerns for users?
Some express concerns that allowing transgender individuals to use bathrooms aligned with gender identity could increase the risk for sexual harassment or assault against women and children. However, it is important to note that there is a lack of strong evidence to support this claim. According to a study that was published by Bayan and others, 2018, in the Journal of the American Academy in Psychiatry and the Law, studies have shown that significant increase in incidents in jurisdictions with inclusive bathroom policies. Hence, there is no assurance that gender-neutral bathrooms can prevent sexual harassment like in gender-specific bathrooms.
How could the implementation of gender-specific restrooms impact inclusivity and accommodates the diverse gender identities?
As you have said, as my comrade here, speaker number 2, has told you, that gender-specific bathrooms, transgenders or those who identify with other genders can use the bathrooms that are specified to their birth, whether they are male or female. If they are uncomfortable in using those facilities, it is possible to use the persons with disability bathroom as...
I'm already satisfied with your answer. Sit in the next question. Okay. How does implementing gender-specific restroom policies align with the principles of inclusivity and diversity?
Can you repeat your question?
How does implementing gender-specific restroom policies align with the principles of inclusivity and diversity?
As I've stated, gender-specific bathrooms gender-specific bathrooms can be used in a way wherein there are public cubicles wherein transgender women can use those cubicles in the male facilities.
How will you eliminate conflict of interest, especially individual belief in pursuing gender-specific?
Can you repeat your question?
How will you eliminate conflict of interest, especially individual beliefs in pursuing gender-specific restrooms?
if you're talking about conflict of interest in acceptance in the Philippines, based on my research for the 13th Congress of the Senate Bill 165, which aims to prohibit employment discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation, similar measures continue to be filed by other senators during the 13th to 16th Congress, but none have been successful up until the 19th Congress when the subject bill was
Alright, time is up. At this time, we will listen to the speaker from the negative side to talk about that they do not believe on the practicability of gender-specific restrooms. Alright, proceed. You have 3 minutes.
So, good day everyone. I'm here today to deliver a speech about the practicability of negative side. The practicability of having gender-neutral restrooms in the Philippines is a topic that requires careful consideration of cultural, social, and legal factors. While the concept of gender-neutral restrooms is gaining recognition and acceptance globally, its implementation in specific countries and regions may face unique challenges. The introduction of gender-neutral restrooms may encounter resistance and opposition from certain segments of society. Cultural and religious beliefs play a significant role in shaping attitudes towards gender and sexuality, and there may be a need for extensive education and awareness, campaigns about acceptance and understanding. Legal consideration also comes to play. The existing laws and regulations in the Philippines may explicitly address gender neutral which can create uncertainty and obstacles in implementing such facilities. It could require legal reforms or revisions to ensure that gender-neutral restrooms are recognized and protected by law. Infrastructures and logistical factors should also be taken into account. Retrofitting the existing buildings to accommodate gender-neutral restrooms may pose challenges in terms of space, cost, and technical feasibility. However, new construction projects can incorporate gender-neutral facilities from the planning stage, making them more practical and accessible. Despite these challenges, it is important to recognize the potential benefits of gender-neutral restrooms in the Philippines. They can contribute to creating a more inclusive and respectful society, promoting safety and significant challenging harm from gender stereotypes by fostering dialogue, education, and understanding. It is possible to work towards the practicability of gender-neutral restrooms in the Philippines. It is worth noting that the opinions that the respectiveness on this topic may vary among individuals and communities within the Philippines. Public discourse and engagement with stakeholders from different factors, sectors, and means can help shape the practicability and implementation of gender-neutral restrooms in the country. So, addressing discrimination, gender-neutral restrooms have addressed the discrimination faced with transgender and non-binary individuals is accessing restroom facilities. By providing gender-neutral options, we can work towards creating a more equitable and supportive environment for all individuals. This is particularly crucial in education.
Alright, time is up. So, interpellation from the affirmative side. 3 minutes, ready? And go.
The Department of Budget and Management has allocated the budget for fiscal year 2024. Most of the budget is allocated to economic and social services. What sector's budget will you cut in order to push forward for gender-neutral bathrooms?
There are similar demands number 8695 or the Manila LGBTQI
I'm asking what sector will you cut in order to provide gender-neutral bathrooms? Ms. Moderator, we may proceed to the next question. You're talking about inclusivity in your speech. So, are you saying that gender-neutral bathrooms may reduce verbal, physical, and sexual victimization?
Yes.
Or no?
Yes.
So, I've stated that it may only reduced. So you are unsure whether there is a significant impact in reducing verbal, physical, and sexual victimization, yes or no?
Can you please repeat?
I've stated in my question that bathrooms, generally the bathrooms, are male only. So you are unsure whether there is a significant impact in reducing physical and sexual victimization, yes or no?
Yes.
So you are unsure that gender-neutral bathrooms cannot reduce physical and verbal and sexual victimization?
No.
Also, can you provide some statistics to support your claim, Ms. Speaker?
So, based sa number ko, ginadress mo yung discrimination based by sa mga transgender or non-binary individuals in accessing restroom facilities.
So, Ms. Speaker, may I proceed since there was no statistics to prove their claims? How are you able to ensure the safety of women in gender-neutral bathrooms?
Can you please repeat?
How are you able to ensure the safety of women in gender-neutral bathrooms?
Safe sila, kaya syempre may lock ng chapo ng bathrooms nila eh. Sa
Answer, she's answering that there's a lock, no?
The Philippines is a conservative country, yes or no?
Yes.
Then how can you assure that the budget for retrofitting bathrooms is appropriately allocated when Filipinos are hesitant to share a bathroom with the opposite gender?
Can you please repeat?
How can you assure that the budget for retrofitting bathrooms is appropriately allocated when Filipinos are hesitant to share a bathroom with the opposite gender? May I make interpolation now?
So the interpolation ends. So all the speakers have spoken and we're just waiting for the rebuttal from the team captains, no? I think the team captains are nag-conduct rebuttal, no? From your side, okay. So you have 5 minutes and 5 minutes starts now. So the team huddle together, talk with each other, and there might be some points that you want to add in your rebuttal speeches. Anyway, you have 5 minutes. So again, we are thankful for the local government unit of this municipality for providing this avenue to our young minds to be able to harness their skills in debate. So we have Mayor Dennis Superficial, Vice Mayor Beloy Aquino, the members of the Sangguniang Bayan, especially the Committee on Education. So for the Committee on Education, our chairperson is Honorable Christine Marie Delgado Robles. The vice chairperson is our SK Federation President for the municipality, Honorable Nika Jones Sugano. And the members are yours truly, Honorable Maria Salvas and Portia Aquino, and Honorable Ramon Julius Sudisna. So the Committee on Education, especially with our very active chairperson, is the one who spearheaded this activity together with our local chief executive. So, again, for the information of those, the audiences, our participants are learners from the Daga-Barasan National High School, from Payao National High School, from Buayahon-Bantay National High School, from the Western Visayas Sanitarium Integrated School, from the Santa Barbara National Comprehensive High School, the Tagsing-Buyo National High School, and the Cadagmayan National High School. So at this point, we are already in round 2. We have conducted round 1 last year, last November 15, 2023, and this time is round 2. And we are now in set B, the second set for today. Set B, we have the affirmative speakers from the Santa Barbara National Comprehensive High School versus the speakers from the Daga-Barasan National High School at the negative side. And the proposition is gender-specific restroom policy should be implemented. So it appears that sa atin nga affirmative, ang gusto nilang gender-specific, sa atin nga negative, they are pushing for gender-neutral na restrooms. Alright? So they are preparing now for rebuttal to be given by their respective captains. The rebuttal will be for 5 minutes, unlike the constructive speeches and the interpellation of 3 minutes each. Pero daw kulang ang interpellation ng 3 minutes, no? Daw kasadya patali pa natin sa discussion sa atin ng mga kabataan. Anyway, okay na nila ang 3 minutes, to shorten the time para hindi na masyado stress to all of us who have to stay long, no? Malaputan kita kapi kung lawig yun ang ating time. And of course, sa atin ng mga participants dali, make sure yun yung ang inyong speeches ma-end, no, before the time. You have to be very observant and very, sundon nyo din yung bala ang atin na time frame para nga sayang man na hindi ka makakonclude sa imo speech kaya nautod ka because of time constraints. Okay? So, 1 minute left na mo ako. Kita yung para na ko na sa kanuton. Sarap ang hanggang isa ako. Sige. 1 minute left. So our judges again, we have former SB member, there is Octaviano. We have Action, Cedric Froilan Anona, and we have Attorney Agnes Surmieda. Attorney Surmieda lang ihapon, wala pa dash. Surmieda dash, wala pa. So our timer is we have Sir Helton Jan Tubola, a staff of the Sangguniang Bayan. We have our organizers, we have Ma'am Zoya Cordero, we have Ma'am Jeanette Escotero. Sino pa isang wala ko na-mention? Yes, of course. Executive, Daga-Barasan NHS. No, kita siya as the head of our education committee. Time na! Alright, participants. So, we will start with the rebuttal from the negative side. From Daga-Barasan National High School. Sir, you have 5 minutes. And your time starts now.
Being a Filipino, I believe everyone has the right to be respected. According to the Bill of Rights in 1987 Constitution guarantees equal protection for every Filipino and prohibit discrimination of persons based on ethnicity, race, religion, or belief, political inclination, social class, sex, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, civil status, medical condition, or any other status in enjoyment of rights. As a student, I strongly oppose gender-specific restroom. Why? Because it may lead to further discrimination. A gender-specific restroom policy can further perpetuate discrimination against transgender individuals. It forces people to choose a restroom based on their gender identity, which can lead to feeling of exclusion, discomfort, and humiliation and for transgender. And it may increase the risk of harassment and assault. Contrary to the argument often put forward for those in favor of gender-specific restroom, there is no evidence to suggest that allowing transgender individuals to use restroom corresponding to their gender identity increase the risk of harassment or assault. In fact, studies have shown transgender individuals are more likely to be victims of violence in public restrooms when forced to use the restroom that aligns with their assigned birth gender rather than gender identity. And gender-specific restroom policy may have negative impact on the mental health and well-being of transgender individuals. Gender-specific restroom policies can have detrimental impact on the mental health and well-being of transgender individuals. being denied access to restroom to align with their gender identity and contribute to feeling of dysphoria, anxiety, and depression. Such policies can exacerbate the already high rates of suicide and self-harm among transgender individuals. So it's better to have unisex bathrooms than gender-specific restrooms, because gender-neutral washrooms improve safety for those who identify as trans or non-binary. It has easy access, no hassle in gender discrimination. And all gender restrooms can create a more welcoming environment para sa akal music for tao, letting them be on what they are can make them feel safe and respected.
Who is a speaker? This time, the rebuttal speech of the team captain of the affirmative side. We have 5 minutes and the time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed judges and fellow debaters, I would like to address the policies made by these speakers. The second speaker committed the field duty and non sequitur, since the speaker did not state any evidence that people who identify as transgender are uncomfortable in using a gender-specified restroom. The third speaker also failed to provide statistics on how safe gender-neutral restrooms are, and stated that gender-neutral bathrooms are unsafe during her interpolation. Now, I am here to present my response to the motion that gender-specific restrooms should be mandated. There is no denying that gender-specific restrooms are necessary, beneficial, and practical. Let us consider the necessity of enforcing this policy. In public places, such as airports, train stations, schools, and shopping malls, there have been instances of sexual assault and harassment in unisex restrooms. These incidents made it clear that gender-specific restrooms can provide a safer environment for women and children, as they may feel less vulnerable in a space designated for their gender. Second, gender-specific restrooms would be beneficial. Like in some cases, having separate male and female restrooms can be more convenient for individuals who are in a hurry or have specific needs. Additionally, gender-specific restrooms can also cater to the specific needs of individuals who require accommodations, such as diaper changing stations, menstrual product disposal, and other gender-specific hygiene requirements. Third, having gender-specific restrooms are practical, due to the fact that constructing a gender-neutral restroom would cost 35,000 pesos, wherein there are already existing restrooms. The money could be allocated to education, healthcare, and infrastructure development, which demands significant attention and resources. In conclusion, I urge all of you to accept this motion and support policies that promote privacy, safety, and respect for all individuals. And for speakers number 1, 2, and 3, safety and comfort should not be jeopardized in the name of malicious convenience that is under the advocacy for inclusivity. Thank you.
Alright, thank you. So that concludes set B of our debate. No? So we may request the speakers from the affirmative side to stand for picture taking and for you to take your bows. Okay? Adjust. Hide the window. Dali na ka muna magtindog. Daw nang lipay na ka muna sa tulungkuan sa ating SB Secretary. May plano ka mo. May plano, no? Alright, and bow. Thank you. This time, from the negative side, from the Daga-Barasan High School, smile and thank you. Wow. Alright. So another 5 minutes and the time starts now for the preparation of the next set. This time is set C of our debate for this afternoon. So So this debate or debate sa kahanginan is also brought to you by 106.7 DYISFF. And I believe we are alive at this time, no? We are live. We are live online, we are live on air. Thank you, DYISFF, for the time, no? For the air time. Thank you for the air time, DYISFF. And also thank you for the Sangguniang Bayan of this municipality for allowing us the use of the session hall. And the participants get to sit on the seats of the SB members. And of course, yours truly, I have taken a long time sitting here on the chair of our Honorable Vice Mayor. So thank you, SB, for the use of these facilities. Mas comfortable din, tapos may aircon din, no? Sige. So this is now step C of our debate sa kahanginan round 2. Today, January 12, 2024. Step C is team number 6, Tagsing-Buyo National High School for the affirmative side, correct? Versus team 7, Cadagmayan National High School for the negative side, correct? Alright. The proposition is K-12 system in the Philippines should be abolished. So anyway, we still have 2 minutes and 25 seconds to prepare. So kindly use your time, no? Review your notes, check everything, prepare your possible questions, and prepare your possible answers to the possible questions of the other side. Thank you also sa atin ng mga coaches, mga teachers na diyan. I-observe na ito, Ma'am Salvilla at Ma'am Arlene Salvilla Subosa. Kompleto. Sino maging na teachers, Billy? Sige, we still have 1 minute. Magpapamatin kita sa time check, Mr. Elton. Okay, 1 minute. Participants, nag-enjoyment ka mo? Ginapulbaan ka mo? Yes, normal lang naman ang pulba, no? But you become stronger if you overcome your fear. So, go lang ng go. Have you tried your mic and working? So on estimate, we spend an hour for each set. This is even better than last time when namin did siya. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Alright. So we will hear the constructive speech of the first speaker for the affirmative side. On the proposition, yes. on the proposition K-12 system in the Philippines should be abolished. First speaker, affirmative, necessity, correct? Alright, so prepare for interpellation on the negative side. 3 minutes. Ready? Judges? Judges. Okay, let's wait for our timer. Take a deep breath. And your 3 minutes start now.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, distinguished judges, Ms. Moderator, and colleagues, maayong hapon. Today, I stand before you to address a matter of great importance, one that has been at the heart of our educational system for quite some time, the K-12 program in the Philippines. According to the Gazette, the K-12 program covers kindergarten and 12 years of basic education, 6 years in primary education, 4 years in junior high school, and 2 years in senior high school, to provide sufficient time for mastering concept and skills development of learners and prepare graduates for tertiary education, middle-level skills, development, employment, and entrepreneurship. The implementation of K-12 demanded a substantial increase in infrastructure, qualified teachers, and learning materials. The question arises, how we adequately address these needs, or does an inherent flaw in resource allocation persist in the program efficacy? The main issue facing the education system in the Philippines is the lack of resources and infrastructure in many schools, especially in rural areas. According to the Philippine Institute for Development Studies, or PIDS, a report by the Department of Education, around 5,000 schools in the Philippines have no access to electricity, while 10,000 have no access to potable water. In addition, many schools lack adequate classrooms, textbooks, and teaching materials, making it challenging for students to learn effectively. The lack of resources and infrastructure in schools significantly lessens the quality of education that students receive. Moreover, the Philippine Business for Education released their presentation about the state of education 2023. The most pressing issues is lack of teacher support. A study done by the teacher John Daga-Barasan in 2019 entitled Specialization is Much in Teaching Senior High School Courses found out that teachers are spending more time studying the power of pedagogy since they have not fully trained to teach the subject. Likewise, they spend more time studying the concepts which are new to them before teaching to the students. Di ba naman, sensors? Pagiging ka mo sa mga subjects na hindi inyong major. Additionally, the Vice President and the Secretary stated in the Basic Education Report for 2020, and I quote, that the K-12 curriculum promise to produce progress and that are employable and promise remains a promise. In conclusion, dapat natin i-abolish ang K-12 curriculum kaysa kulang ang mga production infrastructure, insufficient teaching force, kag sa failure to fulfill the promise sa K-12. Sa kakulangan sa kagamitan ng mga kinahanglan sa eskwelahan, hindi man Japon kawin ang mga estudyante because the environment is not conducive for learning. Permisyon lang ang dalas ng K-12 sa mga estudyante kag sa eskwelahan man mismo. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This time, the interpretation for the negative side. Ready, Miss? 3 minutes. And your time starts now.
How does abolishing the K-12 system address the need for more comprehensive and globally competitive education, considering the global trend toward longer basic education cycles? How does abolishing the K-12 system address the need for more comprehensive and globally competitive education, considering the global trend toward longer basic education cycles?
Pag-abolish ng K-12, pero hindi naman ng K-12, yes, makaanak K-12 for ang learning sa makapulik sa mga bata for yes, learning, pero hindi man yan makapulis na for to compete globally because yes, may mga burden ang mga tao, ang mga student mismo to learn more. Kaya lawig ang skilla, matamad na sa skilla.
Okay, next question. What alternative solution do you propose to address the challenges of the previous education system that led to the adoption of K-12, particularly in preparing students for the complexities of the job market?
Because of
What alternative solutions do you propose to address the challenges of the previous education system that led to the adoption of K-12, particularly in preparing students for the complexities of the job market?
May mga study kita where ang pag-abolish ka senior high school, ang mga senior high school graduates, hindi mo nga siya qualified for jobs. Yes? Right? And,
Okay, next question. How does abolishing K-12 impact efforts to reduce the mismatch between the skills acquired by graduates and the evolving demands of the job market? How does abolishing K-12 impact efforts to reduce the mismatch between the skills acquired by graduates and the evolving demands of the job market?
Explain further, please.
It's not my obligation to explain it to you. Next question.
Alright, proceed to the next question.
What alternative options would be made available to students who cannot afford private education or do not must have access to homeschooling resources?
Public schools are meant for free schools or well-provided miscellaneous or ano. So, even abolishing the K-12, pwede magyapon kita ka.
Alright, time is up. This time, we will listen to the constructive speech of the first speaker for the negative side. Your 3 minutes on the clock starts now.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, coaches, Mrs. Moderator, and everyone present here today. The K-12 program was implemented in the Philippines in 2013, after it was signed in legal on April 3rd. It is my goal to present empirical arguments on why K-12 program should not be abolished, because it has positive impact on college and career readiness, curriculum enrichment, and global competitiveness. First, K-12 program enhances college and career readiness. Research conducted by the Philippine Institute for Development Studies demonstrate that the K-12 program significantly enhances student preparedness for college and the workforce. The additional 2-year senior high school equips students with specialized knowledge and skills aligned with industry demands, making them more competitive in the job market. Second, K-12 program enriches curriculum and promotes holistic developments. Studies published holistic developments. Studies published in the International Journal of Education Development reveals that the K-12 program's inclusion of special tracks such as technical occupational livelihood, academics, and sport tracks enhances students' creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills. This comprehensive approach fosters a well-rounded education and equips students with a wide range of competencies desired by employers. While some may argue that there exists overcrowding and infrastructure challenges, however, efforts have been made to address overcrowding concerns. A study published in the Philippine Journal of Education highlights the construction of additional classrooms and effective student population management stages as measures to alternative overcrowding in many areas. Overall, research evidence supports the potential of K-12 program in the Philippines. It enhances college and career readiness, enriches the curriculum, and promotes global competitiveness. Overcrowding and immediate workforce concerns can be addressed through strategic planning and continued investment in education infrastructure. Rather than advocating for its abolition, it is crucial to support the program's implementation and strive for continual improvement, ensuring a brighter for the Philippine students and the nation as a whole. Thank you very much.
Alright. Ready for interpellation? 3 minutes interpellation. Mr. Speaker, ready? 3 minutes starts now.
About more readiness, pero paano kung ginwa ABM or ginwa college English Engineering.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Kambal mo readiness sila sa dito sa senior high school. Pero paano kung ginwa ABM pero ginwa sa college is engineering?
May career guidance ha? Ang ginagawa.
Career guidance. Sa 2 years, kahanggan, kung ba magagawa ang pwede sa mga family financially, yes or no?
No.
How? Pero may kami dyan, hindi kami dyan na nakapresent na it is from the Manila Bulletin articles by Marina Hernando Malipot, in-interview na si Miss Chola, na mother of grade 12 student customer shared kilograms with attention, parents like they could not have but been burdened by additional 2 years in basic education because of additional expenses. Pero, nagtugang pa rin siya na kung wala akong makita proud, ang child na would have been college or eligible din na.
What was the question?
Sa 2 years, ang ginagawa ko, di ba, makatulog pwede na ang family? Pero, financially, yes or no? Tapos nakawa ako, no. Then I presented
No, there is, may mga support, like, may mga scholars na tama nagkabulig para mabuligan ng mga students na wala yung mga gastos financially. Makabulig sa families, kasi hindi lang sa mga bata, makabulig, hindi man sila makadugang sa burden sa family o sa financial. May mga scholarship.
May mga scholarship.
Like Corpus. Corpus has a scholars.
Next question.
Pwede ko pa kayo, so this,
1 million plus.
Question please. Next question please.
Do you think na-fulfill the K-12 ang ilang promise na SSH graduates pwede man obra? Pwede mo
Repeat your question please.
Do you think na-fulfill the K-12 ang ilang promise na senior high school graduates pwede na obra?
Yes.
Yes, pero may data says otherwise. Only 20% of our education.
Mr. Speaker, state your question only. You don't have to discuss. Question.
Question only.
Aware ko ba lang na ang K-12 program sa DepEd is may mga internet login nga tama nga kapekhan ng student.
Thank you. The second speaker of the affirmative side will talk on the beneficiality of the proposition. Ready? For 3 minutes, your time starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm here today to present my arguments on the potential benefits of abolishing the K-12 in the Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, the current education system in the Philippines is not as inclusive and beneficial as we think it is. Today, I would like to share with you some reasons kung dapat i-abolish ang K-12 education system. The K-12 education system was first implemented in the Philippines in 2012 with the goal of producing graduates who are more competitive in the global job market. Ang nalain ng madama matrasado para sa gabal sa mag-implement sa system na ni inclusive or beneficial for all students. First, ang K-12 education system is not inclusive. Dahil mga pamilya ang nabulayan sa pag-eskwela sa ilang mga bata tungkol sa kabigaduhon na could lead ito high dropout rate. Dropout probability increases for academic year and percentage of dropouts in K-12 implementation will reach to 89%. As a result, many of the students do not have the opportunity to graduate even though they are capable of doing so. Additionally, kapag mga estudyante napilitan mag-ubra kaysa mag-eskwela tungkol sa kabigaduhon para makabulig suporta sa ilang pamilya financially. Second, the K-12 education system is not beneficial for students' well-being because many of the students feel overwhelmed and overworked, leading to increase the rates of anxiety and depression. These can have long-term effects on students' mental health and overall well-being. Additionally, the lack of health adequate education in the current curriculum has led to low levels of health literacy among students, which can have dangerous health consequences. dapat gid nga i-abolish ang K-12 education system. I-abolish ini mas mabigat ang problema sa financially sa kada pamilya pag gobyerno. Right now, damo ang families ang struggles sa eskwela ang ilang mga bata sa college. And the government has to spend a significant amount of resources to subsidize the higher education. Ang na dapat gid nga i-abolish ang K-12 case, buhin na naglaston ng mga parents na instead ng fund ng mga ginikanan sa gamiton sa 2 extended years nga hindi gamiton sa pagka-eskwela sa mga kabataan sa college. So that, nakalesen sa nagastos. Another thing, abolishing K-12 also leads to improve the quality of education. Kapag buhinan mo kalagaon sa basic education program, mas mag-focus ka sa mas importante na skills na pwede ma-ensure na ang mga students may makapatawid ng more personalized and effective education. In conclusion, the current K-12 education system is tama kausig sa tempo sa mga students. Kung na dapat i-abolish for some reasons, K-12 education system is impractical and burden not only for students but also for parents. Thank you.
Alright, ready for interpretation? Mr. Speaker? Okay, we have the second speaker from the negative side. Your 3 minutes for interpretation starts now.
Can you provide evidence or studies that demonstrate the potential positive outcomes of abolishing K-12 education?
Can you repeat your question?
Can you provide evidence or studies that demonstrate the potential positive outcomes of abolishing the K-12 education system?
Hindi na nangangalaga ng evidence na
Can you provide evidence or studies that demonstrate the potential positive outcomes of abolishing the K-12 education?
Pero naman evidence na pakita ang positive pag-abolish kang K-12. Kaya mo rin naman ang argument.
Next question. How does abolishing K-12 education address the issue of ensuring equal educational opportunities for students across diverse socio-economic backgrounds? How does abolishing K-12 education address the issue of ensuring equal educational opportunities for students across diverse socio-economic backgrounds? Next question. What would be the specific plan to ensure that all children deserve a quality education if K-12 is abolished?
Can you repeat this?
What would be the specific plan to ensure that all children receive a quality education if K-12 is abolished?
Itong i-abolish mong K-12, mahabuin na karong 2-year extended ang high school nga ang mga students na static, mga graduates, kaya makita ang mubaralan na.
How will abolishing K-12 education system align with the goal of providing equal access to education for all children?
By focusing on vocational and technical training, which can be tailored to the needs of the workforce, students can gain the skills and knowledge they need to succeed in their chosen careers. This can be done through a combination of the job trainings, apprenticeships, and certifications. Additionally, investing in teachers' training and technology resources can also help to improve the quality of education.
You said you have a research, so where your research conducted?
Alright, thumbs up. Save the bell. This time, the constructive speech of the second speaker for the negative side. You have 3 minutes and your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed coaches, Mrs. Moderator, today is standing for you to champion the transformative benefits of K-12 education system in our country and explain why, in contrast with the affirmative side, it should not be abolished. I tell you that we give advantages of making K-12 a crucial step toward globally competitive learning and increased chances for business and employment. Firstly, The K-12 education system strengthens students' foundation in core subjects like math, science, languages, and social sciences. This ensures mastery in basic skills. K-12 education also plays a significant role in social development for students. Through interactions with peers and teachers, students develop collaboration, communication, and working skills. Moreover, the K-12 education system focuses on developing skills such as creativity, innovation, critical thinking, and free thinking, provides students with a diverse learning environment that enhances their collaborative skills and prepares them to interact effectively with people from different backgrounds. Now, let's talk about the fairness in tertiary level. Dedication for the K-12 curriculum guide means that students will graduate a bit older compared to those who graduate under 10-year education cycle. This is an advantage as graduates will consider young adults, hence they will be more equipped to deal with a much higher level of learning as they enter college education. Moreover, K-12 also promotes readiness to join workforce. K-12 curriculum enable graduates to join the workforce right after high school and suitably prepare for those who want to go on higher education. K-12 does not compel students to take senior high school. In fact, this scheme empowers students to make a choice of their own. They may not pursue college education, especially if they have chosen a track other than the academic track. Other key benefits of the K-12 curriculum is enhanced skill competency in the global job market. The new curriculum will support college graduates seeking for work abroad. The K-12 aims to improve Filipino students' mathematical, scientific, and linguistic competencies. Each track will give students enough time to master a field and enhance their skills. In the end, each of graduates will become globally competitive and set to obtain a spot in the skilled labor market. Furthermore, it offers opportunities in entrepreneurship and employment. Graduates of the new system have bigger opportunities to get a job after they receive their certificate and pass competency-based assessments. They also set up their own business or continue their education in college. The K-12 is also program promotes global business grants, making mutual inclusion of Filipino graduates and professionals in other countries. The new curriculum allows students to choose between the tracks. It will also give students opportunities to undergo immersions, have relevant exposure to the variety of industries, and have experience in their chosen track. Thank you.
Okay, we will have the preparation, and before that, I would like to acknowledge the presence of our Honorable Vice Mayor, Isabelo Beloy Naquino. Vice, thank you for being here and for supporting the debate sa KAHANGINAN. So, preparation, Mr. Speaker, from the affirmative side, you have 3 minutes to ask your questions. So, your time starts now.
Do you have any evidence na plays as important role sa K-12 sa social skills?
Yes.
Can you show me?
No.
Can you just Paano mo nambal na ma-increase ang critical thinking kung according sa World Bank, 90% of students need comprehensive consultation?
Will you repeat the question?
Paano mo nambal na ma-increase ang critical thinking kung according sa World Bank, 90% of students need comprehensive consultation?
Kaya dito siya, may subject sa like math nga pwede wala matunangan yung mga thinking sa different subjects.
Kaya ano mga subject nito sa junior high? Example?
Math, science.
Next question. How can you assure na ang track na pinili nila is sure na masadlan nila kung mag-college sila?
Before senior high, the may career guidance, yung inable before matrix to college, so we can choose the right job for future.
How can you sure na masadlan nila sa college?
Kasi siyempre mo senior high school, dapat may mamanap sa kanong imo lang ang future daw, siyempre para mag-unap kasi mga future kang family mo. Siyempre,
mati panglaro ng course na gusto mo, while slots na bilhin?
Tapos wala na.
nag-gastos ka ba ng mga tuition mo natin?
May scholarship grants on gobyerno o purpose na pwede mo masundan para makabina ng financial liabilities mo.
Pero paano, may hindi na purpose mo?
May scholarship grants on government.
Eh, paano dito ang sulat sa mga scholarship grants na to?
Well,
Okay, fine. Hindi na kayo nag-grounded na. Alright. So, din na kita. Beneficiality at practicability. So this time, we will listen to the third speaker of the affirmative side to talk on the practicability on the proposition. Napamali pa siya, last slide lang yun. Okay na, ready na? Your time on 3 minutes starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed educators, Miss Moderator, and the fellow citizens, good afternoon. Thank you for gathering here today to discuss a matter of great importance to the future of education system in the Philippines. Today, I stand before you to advocate for the abolishment of K-12 program. The legal basis of K-12 can be traced back to Republic Act number 10533, also known as the Enhanced Basic Education Act of the 2012, an act of enhancing the Philippine basic education system by strengthening its curriculum and increasing the number of years for basic education, appropriating funds therefore and for other purposes. Now, there are some issues why K-12 should be abolished. One of the primary issues with the legal basis of K-12 is the lack of comprehensive consultation with all stakeholders involved. In 2021, the World Bank reported that around 90% of 10 years old Filipino learners have a problem in comprehension. This made the Philippines one of the countries with the highest rate of learner poverty, which means being unable to read and understand simple text by the age of 10 in the East Asian Pacific region. The Senate Committee on Basic Education, Chairman Gatchalian, on the other hand, blamed the overcrowded lessons for the 30 to 40% dropout among grade 1 to grade 3 students. As Chairman Gatchalian said, and I quote, because our curriculum is congested, a lot of our children get frustrated and don't enter school anymore. Just like others, lawmaker observation, Lorna B. Laksina, an elementary teacher from Angeles City, Pampanga, also believed the K-12 curriculum is congested and presents many weaknesses in hitting learning targets, and as he said, so many subjects to be taken and so many competencies to be mastered, which leads to over-information that learners do not all take in. Moreover, dapat i-abolish ang K-12 kasi K-12 may facilities for teaching course ng DepEd is hindi enough sa competencies na dapat ma-achieve sa senior high school program. Additional points pa kaya ang chair na ganang just recently nga ang mga states and colleges like SFU and WVSIS must stop na or offer sa senior high schools ilang mga schools. With that, madugangan na ang mga burden sa public school. Kita in public school, wala enough ng facilities to cater sa additional public schools. In conclusion, kung ang man naman yung educational system na kulang sa classroom facilities, lack of teaching force, like for example, ang major sa isang teacher is Gen Math or General Math, tapos ang tinutuluhan niya is 21st century. So, paano niya matuto effectively kung hindi na major subject? And lastly, hindi effective ang K-12 kung ang strand sa isa kastudyante sa senior high school is UMS. Pag-abot sa college is engineering. Ano connected sila? Mabalik pa siya sa pamuno. It's because ay namipili niya ang course pagka-college. So, bagay din na kaya abolish ang K-12 kaya wala na, hindi pulos. In English, useless.
Alright. I believe the speaker is ready for interpretation. So, your 3 minutes on the clock for interpretation starts now.
How does abolishing the K-12 system impact the holistic development of students, including their emotional and social intelligence, which the expanded curriculum aims to address?
Can you repeat the question?
How does abolishing the K-12 system impact the holistic development of students, including their emotional and social intelligence, which the extended curriculum aims to address?
Sorry, Ms. Speaker, but your question is out of my context.
do you mean?
So, din ka part of our argument na nagambal sa imong question. Wala ko sa may gina-argue nga about sa mga emotions ng mga students.
Sige, next. What measure
Alright, I will rephrase the question or ask another question.
How does abolishing the K-12 system address the issue of overcrowded classroom, limited resources, given that K-12 introduced the alleviate these challenges?
Can you repeat?
How does abolishing the K-12 system address the issue of overcrowded classroom, limited resources, given that K-12 introduced the alleviate these challenges?
Kung dapat kita i-abolish ang K-12 kay since 2012 mag-implement ang K-12 wala mag-implement because according sa World Bank reported around 90% of the years-old Filipino learn some problems of comprehension. So, tingin paano nga na-implement yan kung kaya na years? How many years na? 12 years?
DND conduct ang research.
World Bank, according to World Bank, so here's the proof or evidence.
Please.
Kung
diin ka lugar.
Bilog because it's World Bank. So, why would dapat i-mataka-place because nakabatangin sa World Bank. Why would dapat i-mataka-place?
Alright. Okay. We will allow the one who interprets that interpretation to proceed with the question. What is your final question? What do you mean as? Or shall we proceed with another question? Okay, proceed with another question. Sure.
Please go there.
Okay, she wants to proceed with another question, but we ran out of time. Alright, so this time we will listen to the constructive speech of the third speaker of the negative side from Cadagmayan National High School. Alright, your 3 minutes starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today I want to talk about the aspect that underscore the practicability of the K-12 program in the Philippines. This educational initiative has been a subject of scrutiny that is entirely to appreciate contribution to our nation's development. One of the fundamental practicalities of the K-12 program is its strategic response to global educational standards. In an increasingly interconnected world, allowing our education system and international benchmark becomes paramount. The additional 2 years in the program enable us to cover a more comprehensive curriculum, ensuring that our graduates possess not only academic prowess, but also global perspective, making them competitive with ever-evolving global job market. Moreover, the K-12 programs emphasizes specialization is a practical approach to address the long-standing issue of one-size-fits-all education system. The introduction of senior high school provides students with a diverse array of tracks such as academic, technical, vocational, sports, and art skills, empower them to make informed decisions about their future careers. The program also plays a vital role in addressing the persistent mismatch between the skills acquired in the school and the demands of workforce. The integration of recognition programs, internships, hands-on experiences ensures that students are not only academically competent but also possess practical skills that make them immediately employable upon graduation. This is a significant step towards reducing unemployment rates and fostering economic growth by producing a workforce that meets industry needs. While prices are due that additional 2 years may cause financial challenges for families, it is crucial to recognize the long-term investment aspect of education. The practical benefits of having Small-skilled and specialized workers ready to face the challenges of the future outweigh the initial financial burdens. Moreover, various scholarship financial assistance programs aim to alleviate these challenges, making the K-12 program more accessible to all. In conclusion, the practicability of the K-12 program in the Philippines is multifaceted indeed. It aligns our education system with global standards, addressing the issue of specialization, bridge the gap between education and the workforce, and instill a sense of responsibility in our youth. These are the major reasons why the K-12 program should be abolished. Thank you.
Alright. So ready for interpellation? Mr. Speaker, you have 3 minutes to ask your questions and your time starts now.
So, good afternoon, Speaker. So, sa ginagawa sa akin yung argument nga about sa World Bank na in the 2021 about sa comprehension sa Filipino students, yes or no? Pinabagyan, di ba kayo na sinabal kung ang World Bank about sa World Bank 2021 about sa comprehension sa Filipino, di ba? Bagyan, yes or no?
Yes.
So, according sa World Bank in 2021,
ang question
yes, this is a question. Ang follow-up question. According sa World Bank in 2021, 90% of 10 years old Filipino learners have a problem in comprehension. So, it's clear indicators that the current curriculum is not effective. Am I right?
Hindi ko man sure, kaya bago
So,
ko
why?
lang K-12.
Paano nga na bago? Because since 2021, yung dyan nag-implement. How many years? 8 years? 8 years or 12 years?
K-12 program has contributed to the Philippines' improvement in learning outcomes supported by the result of international assessments such as PISA, also known as Program for International Student Assessment in 2018. Philippines has regarded as ranked 65 out of 79 countries in reading, 64 in math, and 64 in science. This record shows the Philippines improved from the previous level of assessment, wherein Philippines was the only ranked 72, 72 respectively. The trend in international mathematics and science study, also known as PIMSS, the previous PIMSS.
That's it. So, di ba ang pinabalutin na is, ang pinapalang, di ba ang pinapalutin kayo na is about sa kung pinapalamigan. So, doon na kaya mo, ang pinapangambal sa atin nga pina-arguan.
Question.
So, next question. Di na purpose ang K-12 nga hambal mo nga eradicate ang academical issues kung 90% lack of comprehensive consultation. David, diin na ang purpose sa K-12 nga hambal mo nga ga-eradicate ang academic issues kung 90% lack of comprehensive consultation.
Did you get your question?
Diin na ang purpose sa K-12 nga hambal mo ga-eradicate ang academic issues kung 90% lack of comprehensive consultation.
Wala na po mag-inabal mga para.
Eradicate mo ginabal.
Shall we proceed with the
Next question.
Okay, next
Hambal mo
question.
ang K-12 program naka-cover sa comprehension. So, hambal this sa data is
Ayun na. Alright, so we'll give each team 5 minutes for preparation for their respective rebuttal speeches. Alright, and our time starts now. Okay? So after the rebuttal, that will be the conclusion of the second set of debate sa kahanginan. So the first time we had this was a part of the celebration of the Cry of Santa Barbara and the Cadagmayan Festival. But as we go through, we still have so many rounds, no? to finish. And to all those participants, you have seen, you have heard the delivery of the other participants from the other schools. And you have also listened to the contents of their statements. So, I'm sure you will have an idea later on kung kamo naman yung magpuntahanay, you will have an idea as to their capacity, as to their delivery, as to the content of their speeches. So, maka-prepare na kamo sa sunod natin na round, sa round 3. Kung lain naman nga school ang kundlan nyo, maka-prepare na kamo, ay nakita nyo sila kag nabatian. So, sa dili nga team, sa wala ko, ang may maabugada, kung sorry, no? Maay. Sa diin ko yung team ganyan. So I think hindi naman premature to mag-congratulate kay Honorable Titin Daga-Barasan for the successful na round 2. Bisan wala pa matapos, but still at this stage, halos okay. And then we end at past 4 o'clock. May awarding pa. So mga 5 o'clock matapos na kita, which is even better than last time na nabutan kita ng mga 7. No? And again, salamat sa atin mga judges for taking the time. Abi nila ka mahal sa attorney's fees, hindi ko sukto, hindi kita ni Attorney Agnes sa iya na appearance, so po. Kasi nitiyawan kita. So thank you, Attorney Agnes, for gracing us, of course, sa aton media practitioner action, Roylan, Cedric, and all, of course, ang former mga media practitioner, putik sa kagapihon, Dennis Octaviano. Gamay na lang ang minuto ang pula to naton. So, matayan, may participant sa sunod. Subong polish na natin mga teachers gawa, kabalo na din. Aakay na lang din, no? Be conscious of the time. Especially sa constructive speech. Kanungkol sa time na hindi mo matapos ang inyong hanggal. First time na naka-limbra ka Cadagmayan, no? Last time mo ay kay dito ka mo, may excess ka mo isa. So, first time na naka-limbra ka Cadagmayan. So, sa round 2, ang wala nakahambang, wala naman kontra, ang Buayahon-Bantay, no? Wala sila naman subong sa, wala sila subong sa set. Madam Titin, do you have any announcement to make? While we're waiting for or tapusin ka na lang, after na lang, pero 20 seconds ka lang. Yes, have a countdown. Maunang hambal ang rebuttal speaker from the negative side. Okay, prepare ang team captain, prepare. And then after that, sa affirmative. Alright, you have 5 minutes and your time starts now.
The K-12 program promotes global competency by accelerating mutual recognition of graduates and professionals in other countries. The new curriculum allows students to choose between 3 tracks, which are the academic, technical vocational livelihood, and the sports and arts strands. K-12 program implementation aims at creating more skilled students with basic skills for lifelong learning and employment, enhance employability prospects. High school graduates of the K-12 system gain an edge in the job market. Their comprehensive education prepares them for the competitive job market. Exposure to technology and online K-12 content further equips them with the skills that are valued by employers. And the Republic Act number 105333, also known as Enhanced Basic Education Act of 2013, it mandates the implementation of K-12 program system in our country, wherein the law includes provision for teachers training and development, as well as for the construction of new classrooms and hiring additional teachers to accommodate the number of students increasing. Hanggang mo magdadayan sa ang mga teachers ng ito. Pero base sa expertise, they have training provided to supply their teachings, and we have both hybrid teachers that have double teaching to the subjects. And implementing K-12 is to improve their knowledge, hindi para maging tamad. K-12 is implemented in public schools. So, hanggang kitang siya maka-eskwila kita kang libre. K-12 is not a waste of time. It helps the students to be ready. In financial struggles, we have scholarship, voucher programs, and qualities. And as you say, what the figure, paano mahangay yung successful ang K-12? Kaya, the good that K-12 is not yet graduated, but still in breakdown. How can you say that it's not successful? Instead of abolishing K-12, why not support, enhance, and find an alternative? This way, we can support the future student graduates to improve and grow their personality and self-esteem. We can also explore their skills that can develop their ability and personality to grow and be independent for themselves. And abolishment of K-12 is to totally erase it in our curriculum. Instead of abolishing it, pwede nito makabulig na i-enhance siya. So, para ang K-12 maging successful. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. So this time we will listen to the rebuttal speech from the team captain of the affirmative side. And your time of 5 minutes starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, distinguished judges, Miss Moderator, debaters and researchers, good afternoon. The Speaker of Necessity earlier said that K-12 implemented in the year of 2012, but on the data that we gathered, K-12 implemented in the year of 2013. Next, beneficiality cannot provide an evidence, and practicability said that they give the solution for college instead of K-12, and they are unsure. Additionally, hindi na ng teachers is my hybrid teaching skills. Today, I stand before you to declare our stance about abolishing the K-12 education system. By abolishing the K-12 education system, it will lighten the burden of the parents financially. Kaya instead of pagkita ng extended 2 years na lang, how about isave ko lang para sa pag-eskwela ang mga kabataan sa college? In that case, mas mabawasan ang mga elektridyon ng mga ginikanan. Isa pa, hindi pa ready ang mga schools. Kulang pa sa mga facilities na pwede gamitin sa mga students and also the teaching force. According to PBL State of Education 2023, the curriculum is facing lack of teacher support. That's why we must abolish the K-12 education system. And hanggang kanina, instead of abolishing, i-enhance na lang po ang K-12. So, nag-agree sila na there is something wrong sa K-12. So, we must abolish it. Another thing, Vice President Sara Duterte and also the Defense Secretary said that K-12 curriculum promised to produce graduates that are employable, but in the separate study of PPN, only 20% of 70 countries' leading companies across all sectors were included to hire senior high school graduates. That is why Vice President Sara Duterte
Duterte said, and I quote, "The promise remains a promise." According to the study of PPM, excluding employers accepted only job applicants with at least 2 years college, excluding senior high school graduates from consideration. So what's the use of senior high school graduates if kinalayo pa mag-eskwela 2 years na college for that job? Ang ibang gani, bisag dishwasher, kinanglan college graduate pa. And ang mga leading company, hesitant sa nagyapon mag-employ senior high school graduates. Next, the lack of resource and infrastructure in many schools, especially in rural areas. According to the Philippine Institute for Development Studies, a report by the Department of Education, around 5,000 schools in the Philippines have no access to electricity, while 10,000 have no access to potable water. This can affect the quality of education that students receive. Kapag na ay proper facilities, students go to school regular, right? Additionally, K-12 is lack of comprehensive consultation with all stakeholders involved. In the year of 2020, the World Bank reported that 90% of 10 years old Filipino learners have a problem comprehension. Also, this country has a high rates of learning poverty, which means being unable to read and understand a simple text by the age of 10. So, maduwag pa 2 years. Kung sa 10 years, mapulayan na rin mga estudyante. In conclusion, i-abolish dapat ang K-12 system dahil hindi lang estudyante ang kaputayan, pati ang mga ginikanan ng mga teachers. Kaya iban, hindi na nag-major. For example, science ang nataglaan na, pero tungkol sa kulang ng mga teachers sa senior high school, ang percent na magtog ng subjects na hindi man nag-major. So ako na, dapat i-abolish ang K-12 kaya hindi pa ready ang mga teaching course ng mga eskwelahan. Kulang ang mga learning facilities ng labi ng id, mga budayan, pangita obra ang mga senior high school graduates ng college graduate ba na gina-prioritize ng mga company. That is why we should stretch that. We must abolish the K-12 education system. Thank you so much.
Okay, so you have heard all our speakers, kanami sa ila, no? Especially on rebuttal, sa tanan yung rebuttal speakers natin. So this time, natapos na ang atong debate sa kahanginan. For the round 2, we would request the affirmative team to stand for photo ops, and also the negative team to stand for picture taking. And then take your bow after. Okay, thank you. The negative. Dito ang camera. Tutulog. And thank you. Alright, so we will listen from announcement from Honorable Robles, and also may awarding pa kita, no? May awarding kita, ma'am. So kindly wait for the announcement of our winners. Good luck, everyone. And that ends also my task for today as your moderator. Ang announce ako. Sige, moderator / MC. Thank you. Sige. Okay, everyone, settle down and let's listen to some announcements.
Makaupod, hinahampa, na makapadula stress, apa, nakahibalo ka bala, nga mahimo makadala, na makamamatay halis, ang iduukon ayam.
Okay, we're now waiting for the result. Gusto ko lang, first and foremost, magpasalamat sa akin, of course, local chief executive for really being the head of trying to facilitate this debate sa kahanginan. At the same time, of course, we are very comfortable today because of the help of our Vice Mayor in allowing us to use the Legislative Hall for our second round of debate. So palakpakan natin si Vice Mayor Isabel Makino. And thank you also Attorney Portia Makino, SB Attorney Portia Makino, for being our moderator in the first and the second round of our debate sa Kahanginan, and our very loyal and dedicated Board of Judges. Okay, si Sir Frey Anona, si Attorney Sir Mieda, and of course si former SB member Dennis Octaviano. Before anything else, I would like also to take this opportunity to thank our coaches. Coaches, trainers, please stand up. Advance to be recognized. Coaches and trainers, please stand up. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. And nakita nyo, no, slowly, we are really on the go and we are engaging. And every session or every opportunity, every session is an opportunity of growth, of making, honing your talents and skills. And today, you delivered that impressively. So, palakpakan na natin ang atin ng mga members ng ating debating team. So, before anything else, so we are drumming up the last team, the results of the last team, no, so that we can announce our winners in today's session. Before anything else, gusto ko lang, I would like to ask the consensus of the trainers and coaches that if it would be okay for them that our next debate will be debate sa Kahanginan will be on the 26th of January. Okay, kaninyo, sir? Yes. When is the SEM break? 23 to 30. So what is with the pleasure of Sir?
Adlaw-adlaw natin
So,
sila makitaan.
when would you like to start again? Because we will be adjusting with your schedule. Ang akanan is ang kontrolan natin is we would see to it na if we decide on the days, we should give out the questionnaires 14 days before the date of the debate.
Best friend, dapat pabakunahan. Dala sa Agriculture Office, Kabanwa. Pagpanundong, halin sa LGU Santa Barbara, kag ISFM 16.7.
Panibago nga mga kasadyahan, paglagaw kag pagtambong sa mga nagalain-lain ng mga kapistahan, pag-outdoor hiking, pag-malling, kag kun kaisa, ang iban mahilig sa motor riding. Ugaring,
ako rin namang quote ko kay Ma'am Zoyla kung live kita. Kay live kita, hindi ko mangati. Okay. Excuse ka mo. Anyway, kumain lang din slash. Congratulations everybody. Palakpakan natin sa galingon. We made a very good improvement for this episode of our debate sa Kahanginan. But then I would like to reiterate with you children, coaches, please remind our students to totally understand the topic. Na bisan hulugon ka mo sa karbaw, nasabat niyo biyapon. Matyagan ko, some of you, bagyan lang ka mo nag-create anay kag researcher kag speaker niyo, hindi niyo ako mag-istorya, himanan ko. Ay para na masulat lang sa biodata niyo at sa yearbook niyo pag-graduate niyo, nag-researcher ako. Please, magsunog kayo ng kandila. Na hindi ka mo nga, problem daw kalain nga, ginsugo na ka mo baka langgaw, nag-debater na ka mo. Please, gadara ka mo pangaran kang iskilahan. That is why I would like to request
Adlaw-adlaw naton sila nga makitaan, makaupod, ginahampang, na makapadula stress, apang, nakahibalo kabala, nga mahimo makadala, ka makamamatay nga rabies, ang iduokon ayam, hindi pagpabayaan nga manginlayaw, tatapon kag palanggaon, a man's best friend, dapat pabakunahan. Dala sa Agriculture Office, Kabanwa. Pagpanundong, halin sa LGU Santa Barbara, kag ISFM 16.7.
Maayong adlaw mga kasimanwa. Bantayin ninyo kada Martes, alas 10:30 tubtob alas 11 sang aga, ang aton programa Ilonggo Caps on Air, nga magadulong sang balita, informasyon, kag accomplishments sang inyo Caps diri sa Radyo Ugyon 106.7 FM. Madamo gid nyo salamat.
Pahibalo sa tanan yung mga garbage and rollies. Agari ang aton schedule sang garbage collection. Lunes kag Biyernes, mga basura nga pwede mapuslan pareho sang papel, karton, lata, boteli sa mineral water kay iban pa. Miyerkules kag Sabado, household healthcare waste pareho sang diapers, napkins, face masks, gloves, basura nga rin sa comfort room. Martes kag Huwebes, tanan na klase sang plastic. Domingo, madunuton niya basura pareho sa dahon, hilamon, kag kitchen refuse. Ini kinakolekta lang sa poblasyon area. Ang madunuton niya basura sa mga barangays dapat i-compost sa mga panimalay. Kung walang masegregate ang imo basura, ginakasubo namon nga hindi ini makolekta, tungod nag-implementa kita sa no segregation, no collection policy. Kinapangabay man ang tanan ipagwalang ang basura kung adlaw sa koleksyon para hindi maukayan sa mga ido ag kuring para hindi ini maginapta. Pinahiyog gid ang inyong kooperasyon sa pagbahin-bahin sa inyong basura para malikawan naton ang mga problema sa koleksyon. Basura mo, responsibilidad mo para sa malimpyo ng banwa sa Santa Barbara. Madam, ulit salamat.
Panibago nga mga kasadyahan, paglagaw kag pagtambong sa mga nagalain-lain ng mga kapistahan, pag-outdoor hiking, pag-malling, kag kun kaisa, ang iban mahilig sa motor riding. Ugaring, tiyempo man kung sa diin, ang mga kawatan sagad mag-timing, agod makapanaka sa tagsa ka panimalay, kag makakuha sang aton mga importante nga kagamitan. Hindi pagtawaan na oportunidad nga makawatan, kay ikaw lang ang ilag ginabantayan. Yari ang mga tips, agud malikawan ang mga kawatan. Tip number 1. Ikandado ang tanan nga pertahan, kag mga bintana kag siguraduhon nga wala sang agyan ang mga kawatan. Tip number 2. Taguon ang mga importante nga gamit sa sulod sang balay, kag likawan ang pagbutang sa mga gamit malapit sa bintana. Tip number 3. Likawan ang pagpost sa social media ka inyong mga outing, long vacation, kag iban pa. Tip number 4. Siguraduhon na wala sang may nabilin sa balay nga nakasindi nga kandila, bukas nga electric stove o kon gas stove, kag mga nakaplug nga mga appliances. Tip number 5. Ibilin ang panimalay sa ginasaligan nga kapamilya o kon tupad balay, kag magpahibalo kung saan-o magabalik. Kag tip number 6. Siguraduhon nga mayara sa mga numero ka barangay tanod kag istasyon sang kapulisan. Be alert, be smart, be safe. Pagpahibalo gikan sa ISFM 106.7.
Ay nakabantay, maging ang buhay ay kanilang handang ialay. Kasama mo sa pagbangon, iyong kaagapay. Kalabang apoy ay handang suungin, matugunan lang ang sinumpa ang tungkulin. Kapit ka lang, ligtas ka na, huwag mabahala. Kabalikat mo, bagong bombero, galing talino, ninanais magserbisyo. Bombero, bombera, laging handa sa pagkabula ng apoy at mga sakuna. Tayo'y wala nang kailangan ikabahala. Ang bagong bagani ng ating bansa, nakatingin sa mukha ng panganib, walang pag-alilangan para lang makasagip. At kung marinig na ang tunog ng sirena, magpugay kamay, dahil sila ay magliligtas ng buhay. Kabalikan mo, bagong bombero, galing talino, ninanais magserbisyo. Bombero, bombera, laging handa sa pagkabula ng apoy at mga sakuna. Tayo'y wala nang kailangan ikabahala. Ang bagong bagani ng ating bansa. Para sa kinabukasan at tahanan na ingatan, para sa kaligtasan kabataan ay turuan. Tara mga kababayan, tayo na't magtulungan para sa ikabubuti ng ating pamayanan. Ikaw at ako, tara sama-sama tayo sa gipin at alagaan. Naghihingal ang mundo, kapit-isi kapwa-tao at magkaisa na tayo. Sabay natin salubungin ang tunay na pagbabago. Bombero, bombera, laging handa sa pagkabula ng apoy at mga sakuna. Tayo'y wala nang kailangan ikabahala. Ang bagong bagani. Bombero, bombera, laging handa sa pagkabula ng apoy at mga sakuna. Tayo'y wala nang kailangan ikabahala. Ang bagong bagani ng ating bansa.
Kalimutan si Marites, isipin si Edit. Exit drill in the home.
Ano ang gagawin mo kapag nagising ka sa kalagitnaan ng gabi dahil sa sunog? Alam mo ba na meron lamang tinatayang 2 minuto para makalabas ng bahay ng buhay? Magplano at magkaroon ng emergency evacuation plan sa bahay na madaling matandaan ng lahat ng miyembro ng pamilya. Kapag makapal na ang usok, gumapang patungo sa pinakamalapit na fire exit papunta sa ligtas na lokasyon. Huwag na huwag pumasok sa banyo o balikuran. Kapag ang sunog ay nasa kabilang panig ng pinto, huwag itong buksan. Lagyan ng basang tela o damit ang siwang para hindi makapasok ang usok sa loob. Gamitin na bintana bilang alternatibong labasan. Kung ikaw ay nasa itaas na palapag ng inyong bahay, gamitin ang fire escape ladder. Kung walang fire escape ladder, sumigaw ng tulong at antayin ang inyong bumbero o responder. Once you're out, stay out. Huwag nang bumalik sa nasusunog na bahay. Mas maiging mapakabit ng fire alarm upang maalarma ang pamilya sa posibleng sunog. Ikabit ang fire alarm na may smoke detector sa kwarto at sa sala, habang fire alarm na may heat detector naman sa kusina. Tandaan, may taglay na carbon monoxide ang usok na nagpapatulog, kaya kapag may fire alarm, may iwasan na malanghap ito. Sanayin ng buong miyembro ng pamilya na magsagawa ng fire exit drill sa tahanan. Tandaan, magplano, isagawa at maging ligtas. Kalimutan si Marites. Isipin si Edit. Exit drill in the home.
Sa pagduwagdo ko sang kalangitan, kabuhigin baylo sang banuang natawhan. Kasakit kapagantos ang nangindalan, ginhalad ang dugo para sa kahilwayan, kahilwayan, dugugitan Martin nga baganihan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, pagkandunaw sa bugal nga kasaysayan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, kahilwayan.
Sang bagong nga adlaw, Nobyembre 17 aton mahanduraw. Gitapis nga hayahay, ginang sa pababaw. Duwa sang kalipay matunog nga ginhugyaw. Di unsang kadalagan aton nga balikan. Adlaw nga naagum ang kahilwayan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, dugog ni San Martin nga baganihan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, pagkanduraw sa bugal nga kasaysayan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, singgis ang Santa Barbara. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan.
Sang kanyon nangin ang bahanon, kantas ang banwa sa aton nga liberasyon. Magigugma sa banwa sa aton nasyon, sa tanan nga tinion magapadayon. Iyon sang kadalagan aton nga balikan. Adlaw nga naagum ang kahilwayan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, dugunin San Martin nga baganihan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, pagkanduraw sa bugal nga kasaysayan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, singgis ang Santa Barbara.
Higit sang paigugma, hasta sa kamatayon, paigugma sa karasan ng barbaranon. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, dugukitan Martin nga baganihan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, pagkanduraw sa bukal na kasaysayan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, dugukitan Martin nga baganihan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, pagkanduraw sa bukal na kasaysayan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, dugukitan Martin nga baganihan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, pagkanduraw sa bukal na kasaysayan. Kahilwayan, kahilwayan, singgit sang Santa Barbara. Kahilwayan. Kahilwayan, Viva Santa Barbara! Maghinugyaw kita tanan, kay naagong ang iring kaluwasan. Magsinadya ang tanan, magsadya kita tutusan hanggan ilway naging kita karon. Wala na ang matigos na agayon, ang was na tumatahon o mahimayaon. Madugay din na panahon ang ating pagtanto sa kamot sa mga lupikan. Kamu ang labing imbatas na to, salamat tapos na inikaroon. Madugay din na panahon ang ating pagtanto sa kamot sa mga lupikan. Kamu ang labing imbatas na to, salamat tapos na inikaroon. Maghinugyaw kita tanan, kay naagong ang hiling kaluwasan. Magsinadya ang tanan, magsadya kita tutusan uman. Nilway naging kita karon, wala na ang mapigos na agalon. Ang was na tumatahon o mahimayaon. Kita masaya, kita limay na, panayo na ang atong pagkinasadya. Kung wala naman makakalimos, mahimayaon o Pilipinas. Kita masaya, kita limay na, panayo na ang atong pagkinasadya. Kung wala naman makakalimos, mahimayaon o Pilipinas. Maghinugyaw kita tanan, kay naagong ang iring kaluwasan. Magsinadya ang tanan, magsadya kita tutusan hanggan ilway naging kita karon. Wala na ang matigos na agalon, ang was na tumatahon o mahimayaon.
Adlaw-adlaw naton sila nga makit-an, makaupod, ginahampang, na makapadula stress. Apang, nakahibalo ka bala nga mahimo makadala ka makamamatay nga rabies ang ido o kun ayam? Hindi pagpabayaan nga manginlayaw. Tatapon kag palanggaon. A man's best friend, dapat pabakunahan. Dala sa Agriculture Office, Kabanwa. Pagpanundong, halin sa LGU Santa Barbara kag ISFM 16.7.